I was muted. Can you all hear me? Okay, I was muted. Can you all hear me? Hear me. Alright guys, we have 3 people in lot. Alright, it's almost New Year's, guys. Okay, oh, rotary motion, let's go. We got rotary motion in the house. Okay, let's see, is this live? Okay, I think this is live. I'm gonna check out Odyssey. Let's see if Odyssey is working. See the audio. How's my audio, rotary? Okay, is my audio working? Hello? Okay, yeah, it's working now. Okay, yes, all good. Okay, I was muted. Can you all hear me? Okay, I was muted. Can you all hear me? Okay, is the audio too loud or too good? Hear me. Alright guys, we have 3 people in lot. Okay, it should be fine. I can hear loud and clear. Is the audio good or is it too high? Okay, rotary motion, I'm on 1988 folder. Yeah, that's a lot of epic stuff. Yes, audible, but is it good or is it too high? Sometimes if it's too high, it gets clipped and it's like, sounds weird. Anyways, so that's the Odyssey's working fine. Let's check on BitChute. So I'm streaming on like 4 things.
Merry Christmas from BitChute. Get 40% off memberships and $10 in tokens for free.
So BitChute has ads now. Let's go. Okay, let's see if this is working. Okay, Tim Johnson in the house. Let's go. Sam's in there. Rotary motion 911 revisited. See if this audio is working. Okay, it should be a little too much gain. Okay, that's what I meant. Okay, I'll lower it a bit. How's the gain now? And this one's if it's too high, it gets clipped and it's like, oh yeah, I lowered it a bit. Motion, I'm on 1988 folder. Yeah, no, definitely there was too much gain. It's like, this is what I mean by this. It's like, it's super weird. It's like I didn't change anything from last week and now the gain is too much. yeah, it's a lot of epic stuff. Yes, audible, but is it good or is it too high? Sometimes if it's too high, it gets clipped and it's like, sounds weird. I'll test that right here. Again, I have no idea why every single time, every single week is a different. Yes, audible, but is it good or is it too high? Sometimes if it's too high, it gets clipped. Why is it not live yet? I just want to get to the live thing. I'm almost done on the audio. Just fix up the audio. It should be fine. Bit too loud. Let's go. Okay, and 1997. But is it good or is it too high? Sometimes if it's too high, it gets clipped. Why is it so late now? Listening, listening without commenting. Timothy Solom's in the house, guys. He's driving and messaging. Let's go. It's New Year's special, guys. Still a little high. Okay, yeah, okay, so maybe that's why. I think I got it. Okay, I'm lowering this one here. For some reason, this thing is just maxing out. Okay, how about now? And I have no way to check because it's like, it's not even live. Okay, Timothy Solom's in the house, guys. It still doesn't even let me check. Testing. Alright, I made it lower. And it doesn't even get live yet. We're just 3 minutes back. That's why. I think I got it. It still doesn't even let me check. Testing. Wait up. I think it's fine. Alright, I made it lower. And it doesn't even get live yet. We're just 3 minutes back. That's why. I think I got it. Okay, I think I got it, guys. It still doesn't even let me check. Testing. Wait up. I think it's okay, guys. I think it's good. Is it good? Because it's like it doesn't even get live. How far back are we? I just want to get live to the thingy. Okay, this was probably live. All right. I think Odyssey is the best one so far, and it doesn't even get live yet. We're just 3 minutes back. That's why. I'm just gonna lower this completely. It still doesn't even let me check. Okay, I lowered it completely. Okay, so Odyssey's there. Let's see Rumble if it's working.
Our projections show that
this is should be fine. We should be good to go soon. It's back. That's why. Lower this completely. It still doesn't even let me check. Okay, I lowered it completely. Okay, so Odyssey's there. Let's see Rumble if it's working. It's still loud. Okay, I'm gonna lower it a bit more. Okay, guys, let me know. I don't understand. Something's up with my mic or phone or whatnot. Okay, so BitChute, I can't open up the chat. So if you do comment on BitChute, message in YouTube and then or Odyssey or Rumble that you'd message there, and then I'll have it opened up because we haven't. It's something new I'm doing. I'll be live. All right. Okay, closing this up. All right, guys. Anyways, let's jump right into the housekeeping. We're 6 minutes in, and we were just testing out audio. And let me know if anything is if it's too loud or whatnot or too low. I lowered it a bit more. I'll lower it a tiny bit more. I think it should be fine. I'll load testing. Okay, I think it should be fine. All right. So guys, here's a link to the links. As always, I'll put this everywhere. And again, let me know if there's any issues, any screen stuff, any sound, and we'll fix it up either this week or next week. All right, so there's a link to the links, guys. This stream will be basically emergency broadcast 2025. I think it's gonna be an absolutely massive year, and you can tell by the PSYOP elite. They always have like specific titles, like I think it was at Agenda 2021, Agenda 2030. So it's like they tell you the big dates. So 2021, that was a big one. We had the COVID and the vax and all that. And now 2025 seems to be again part of the reset. Like pretty much they're done with that. And 2030 is when we own nothing and are super happy. All right, good afternoon and evening. Netherlands Plains Research, Mark Collins in the house. Let's go. All right, guys. So there is a link to it. I'm gonna read this out and go to the housekeeping and so on. So join me as I preview the 2025 year, which has been long alluded to being a big milestone year by the world planners. And if you've seen the They Live the trailer, this is from 1998. Like it's 1998. Let's just play this right here. It's 1998. This is They Live. Our projections. Yes, listen to the reptilian guy.
Our projections show that by the year 2025, not only America, but the entire planet will be under the protection and the dominion of this power alliance. The gains have been substantial, both for ourselves and for you, the human power elite.
All right, yeah. Epic stuff there. So I don't want to play too long as I get a copyright claim. They Live always does a copyright claim, like every single time you include anything on it. But this was pretty short. So anyways, so They Live 1988. Our projections show that by the year 2025, like why are they putting 2025? Not only America but the entire planet will be under the protection and the dominion of this power alliance. And 1988 is when I was born. So that's wild stuff. All right. And let's continue further here, guys. Okay, so MES housekeeping. And as always, guys, go to MES links. Everything will be there, and throw everything in there. And you can click. Basically, all the links to everything there will be here. And you can see all the links here. You can drop down menu and so on and so forth. And the other thing is, yeah, become a super fan, guys. And again, become a super fan, become a member, and we get a bunch of basically give me $15 Canadian, and now the Canadian dollars dropped, so it's like $1,000 American. I mean, yeah, if it's about $1 American. So you guys become a super fan. Your mic is very loud. I've been trying to lower it. I don't understand what's happening. Hey, have you fast forwarded? Okay, I lowered my mic. I lowered it here. I don't understand what is happening to the world. Let's try to get trying to lower it. I don't understand. I've been trying to lower it. I don't. Okay, so I lowered it. I lowered it again. Let's see if I lower it even more. It still will not let me go lower. Okay, now. How's this now? I don't understand what's happening. Okay, I lowered it again. Let's see if I lowered even more. It still will not let me go lower. Okay, now. I lowered it even more, guys. How's this now? How's this now? I don't understand what's happening. Like I lowered it again. Let's see if I lowered even more. It still will not. Okay, I'm gonna delete this one. Okay, now add it again. I lowered it even more, guys. How's this now? How's this now? Understand what's happening? Okay. Okay, Mike. Okay. Alright, Yeti mic. Okay, how's it now? I lowered it. It's better now? Okay, I lowered it now. Let's just see. I had it muted. Okay, it's like, this is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Every single week it's a new issue that there's no reason for it. I took the mic off and put it back on. Mic. Okay, how's it now? I lowered it. It's better now? Okay, I lowered it now. Let's just see. It's still loud on my end. Okay. Okay, it's like, this is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Okay, 911 Vision says sound is fine. Okay, I'm gonna lower it a tiny bit more, and I don't understand. I lowered it here. I have it at like 25% here. I have zero gain on the actual physical mic. So physical mic, I actually lowered it to completely zero gain on the back end. So it's like, I do not understand. How does this happen every single week? It's something new. Anyways, alright guys, we have 16 people, 20 people, whatever, and let's just power through. And let me know again if the audio is fine or not. Too much reverb. I don't even know what that means. Let's say this. Because it's understand. How does this zero gain Let me know again. If the audio. Yeah, it does an automatic gain. Method miners in the house. Okay, 10 minutes and we're still just dealing with a microphone issue. Fine or not? Too much reverb. I don't even know what that means. I'm gonna back it says because it's. Okay, I'm gonna unplug this and plug it back. Completely gone. Okay, there it is. I moved it farther away now. Stand. How does just dealing with a microphone issue? Fine or not? Okay, too much reverb. I don't even know what that means. I'm gonna back it says because it's. Okay, I'm gonna unplug this and plug it back. Okay, I unplugged it. Let's see how's audio now. I moved it further away. Completely gone. Okay, there it is. I moved it farther away now. Stand. How does just dealing with a microphone issue? Okay, it's fine now. Fine or not? Okay, too much reverb. I don't. Okay, I think you're right. Does a mic need the circle filter? No, that'll get like behind it. Okay. People have their own sound setting. Okay, we're back in the show. Okay, Netherlands version. It's like 5 a.m. in South Africa, so we gotta get going. Otherwise, he'll be a mad African, and he's gotta sleep soon. Anyways, guys, let's power through. So generally, yeah. Anyways, housekeeping, guys. There's MES links. There's superfan donate button. Let's power through everything super rapidly. Anyways, give me a bunch of cash money, crypto, PayPal, super chats, and so on. And what's the other thing? And Telegram, guys. Everything I'll throw in Telegram first, so make sure to check out my Telegram on MES links there first. And then I put everything there before I put anything anywhere else because I usually double check after I put it there. All right, guys. So January 4th deep dive. Next week I'll be doing deep dive on the January 6th simulated insurrection and possible future live stream with Woo's News. This one, Method Miner got me, send me the info on this guy, and it's pretty epic stuff. So watch his videos there on the simulated insurrection, and it's very hard to argue that it wasn't a lot of crisis actors there and so on. And we'll go over that. Method Miner may join that show as well. And then January 11th, live stream at 11:30 a.m. a bit earlier with Andrew Johnson and possibly Alan Forrest on the future of artificial intelligence or AI. All right, guys. MES troubleshooting. I'll add another microphone setup there to it. I'll add this right here. Troubleshooting. Add mic. Okay. Fix up mic. Alright. I don't like last week I didn't change anything and it just suddenly skyrockets the volume. Alright, guys, next part is okay, random topics I have. So here's I made the thumbnail here and added all of the stuff I could compact, but there's still a whole bunch missing. And again, all the 2025 stuff. So we have Alice Bailey, the big theosophist, occultist mumbo jumbo. So she had many books, and she's passed away now. But she's written many books, like decades, like over a century ago or whatnot. And here's one quote from her book. Thus, a great and new movement is proceeding, and a tremendously increased interplay, and interaction is taking place. This will go on until AD 2025. During the years intervening between now and then, very great changes will be seen taking place. And at the Great General Assembly, or United Nations or something, of the hierarchy held as usual every century in 2025, the date in all probability will be the first stage of the externalization of the hierarchy. Oh yeah, we have to summarize what that means. I've heard about it a bit. I think it's like showing, pretty much externalizing how the world's run. But I think she was talking about aliens or something. Yeah, I think that's what it meant. Aliens or demons or spirits coming in and telling them, hey, we're actually in control of the world and so on. We're letting you guys know. So I think that's what it is. We'll do that right now. Okay, this is pretty interesting. I'm doing it. I'm gonna go off course just to get this. Explain the Alice Bailey externalization of the hierarchy. I think she's talking about like aliens or something. Let's see. Okay, so Alice Bailey's concept of the externalization of the hierarchy is a central theme in her esoteric teachings, particularly outlined in her book by the same name, published in 1957. Here's an explanation based on available sources. Concept overview. The externalization of the hierarchy refers to the process where the spiritual hierarchy, which Bailey describes as a group of enlightened beings or masters, in other words, Freemasons. Let's see, Freemason degree. We'll ask Grok as well again. Open up a new tab. We'll open up a new Grok and ask, give me a list of titles of Freemason degrees. So here's a Freemason degrees. They have like very similar titles. Okay, so let's see what she said here. Externalization of the hierarchy refers to a process where the spiritual hierarchy, which Bailey describes as a group of enlightened beings or masters, and then which would become more directly involved and visible in human affairs, and hence why there's a whole bunch of satanic imagery and so on, and Freemasonic imagery everywhere, and everyone. Okay, Carol. Hey Norman and everyone. Hi Carol. And let's see what right here. So here are the titles of degrees in Freemasonry, specifically of the York Rite and Scottish Rite, which are two major branches of Masonic degrees beyond the first 3 degrees of Craft or Blue Lodge Masonry. So Craft or Blue Lodge Masonry, Entered Apprentice, Fellow Craft, Master Mason is a third one. Then York Rite, you got Mark Master, Postmaster, Most Excellent Master. So again, she's saying all the masters will reveal themselves in 2025. Royal Master, Select Master, Super Excellent Master. What kind of names are these? Optional. Alright, so imagine you would tell someone, what do you do for a living? I'm a Super Excellent Master. How stupid. Imagine you show them your business card, it's like, I'm a super... but again, like even PhDs and all that, like you get a master's, like I have a master's in mining engineering, etc. A lot of school stuff is based on the degrees of Freemasonry and so on. Okay, anyways, so Order of the Red Cross, Order of the Knights of Malta, Order of the Temple, Knights Templar. Then you get, let's see, the Scottish Rite's a big one. So Scottish Rite, Southern Jurisdiction, USA. The first one's Secret Master, interesting. Perfect Master, Intimate Secretary. What kind of name is this? Is this got to be a joke right here? Matchy says, what are the Master and then Bader? Okay, what's... Anyways, 2025 hasn't even started and we're already exposing all of the secrets of Freemasonry. Super Excellent Deceiver is Master. Yeah, and then Intimate Secretary. What kind of favors are these Freemasons doing to each other? Oh man! All right. Anyways, Provost and Judge, Intendant of the building. Provost. Oh man, what is a Provost? And again, a Judge. Interesting. Judge is a title of a Freemason. And again, the judges. A Provost is a senior academic administrator. All right. So Provost and Judge, interesting, Judge is even a title, because again, a lot of the judges are Freemasons. And Intendant of the building, Master of the Veil, interesting. Okay, and then Elected Knight, formerly known as Knights of the East or Sword. I think a lot of these names are just from like the higher ups, just making fun of the lower level Freemasons. Knight of the East and West, Knight of the Rose Croaks, 18 degrees. Interesting, 18 degrees. And 18 degrees, that's 6 plus 6 plus 6. So again, a lot of 666 mumbo jumbos. Grand Pontiff, Grand Master of all symbolic lodges, Nokite, or Prussian Knight, Knight of the Royal Axe, Chief of the Tabernacle, Prince of Jerusalem. Interesting. All right. We got some Antichrist themes right here. So Knight of the East and West, Knight of the Brazen Serpent, of the Bronze Serpent. And I think Knight of the Bronze Serpent, I think Moses had that. Let's see, Moses, Bronze Serpent. Bronze or gold? I think, that was an ox, a golden idol. It wasn't a serpent, it was the other thingy. Moses and the Bronze Serpent. Let's see what this is. Okay, where's the, I'll just summarize it. We're gonna use a lot of Grok, because Grok's free and there's no limits like ChatGPT. I didn't want to pay for it anymore, so you have limits on how much search. Quickly summarize Moses and Bronze Serpent. The Israelis were wandering the desert after Exodus from Egypt, as it described in the book of Numbers, chapter 21 in the Bible. Problem: the people grew impatient and spoke against God and Moses, leading to God sending venomous snakes among them as punishment. Many Israelites were bitten and died, and after the people repented, God instructed Moses to make a bronze serpent and set it on a pole. Anyone who was bitten by a snake could look at the bronze serpent and live. This act symbolized, so the bronze serpent was healing. So it healed them. And again, that's probably why you have a lot of the bronze, you have a lot of the serpent as the medical symbols. So you got the snake medical symbol, who. So that's interesting. And you got a lot of these metal, and then you have the snake thingies like this. I forgot what it's called, Extudis or something. Anyways, we'll do it for another day. Anyways, Prince of Mercy. So imagine you're at 18th degree and you're called a Prince of Mercy, right? Knight of the Sun, Grand Scottish Knight of St. Andrew, Knight Caduce, Inspector, Inquisitor, Master of the Royal Secret, Sovereign, Grand Inspector, 33, not a degree, but an honor. Where's the 25th? No way. Give me titles for degrees 25 to 33. Just give me them. Okay, give me titles. Okay, so he literally just said there wasn't any. Not a degree, but an honor. Okay, here are the titles of 25th to 33 in the southern jurisdiction of the Scottish Rite in the United States. Okay, Scottish Rite, southern jurisdiction, USA, Knight of the Brazen Serpent, Prince of Mercy. Okay, we got these a bit mixed up there. Knight, that should be Knight of the... That should be 17th, but again, probably different stuff. Anyway, it's Grok AI is probably messed up, but just the general idea. Prince of Mercy, Knight of the Sun, Knight Commander of the Temple, Scottish Knight of St. Andrew. Okay, that was the earlier one. Knight Caduce, Inspector, Inquisitor, Master of the Royal Secret, Sovereign, Grand Inspector General, not a degree. These ones have different names. Anyways, enough of that nonsense. Absolute nonsense. Okay, so going back to the externalization of the hierarchy, again, the reason is because this is a thumbnail. This is at Alice Bailey in 2025. It says the first stage of the externalization of the hierarchy. So that's the first stage. And all the enlightened beings or masters which would be more directly involved and visible in human affairs. So everyone's going to be calling Trudeau the Grand Master Inspector, flamboyant Inspector General or something. They're revealing everything and still hope that people don't see it. Definitely. And then Restless Native, bless up Matt and chat, bless up indeed. And this hierarchy, according to Bailey, includes figures like the Christ, not limited to the Christian interpretation, who work behind the scenes for the spiritual evolution of humanity. So we literally got the Christ is showing up, working behind the scenes, and he's a Grand Master Freemason. Inspector General, Mama Jumbo. The externalization involves these masters moving from a more subtle esoteric influence to a more tangible exoteric presence on Earth. Interesting. That's probably why you have like Elon Musk in a lot of the public affairs now. That's probably first stage of the externalization of the hierarchy. Stages and events preparation. This involves humanity preparing itself through spiritual growth, increased awareness, and cooperative goodwill to accept and work with the masters openly. And the reappearance of the Christ. Bailey suggests that this would make a significant phase where a world teacher or avatar referred to as a Christ in her writings would return not just within one religion, but as a figure for all humanity. So we literally got Antichrist 2025. Post-World War II era, the book emphasizes the period belonging in a following World War II as a critical time for the externalization process. And again, that's what all these wars and so on are for. It's for part of their scripted reality TV show, marked by the necessity for global reconstruction and the establishment of new world orders, reflecting spiritual principles like unity, peace, and brotherhood, and then mechanisms and goals, energy and consciousness, and so on, creation of a new world order. All right, it's not meant in a political sense, but as a spiritual order. So they're basically creating a new religion where human society aligns with higher spiritual laws and so on, and leading towards a world characterized by peace, justice, and enlightened governance. Transformation of religion. Bailey envisions a new world religion emerging from this process, one that synthesizes truths from all existing religions, but is centered around a more universal spiritual truth. Interesting. Okay, now back to the energy one. The externalization involves the use of various forms of energy, interesting, and consciousness to influence humanity, promoting a shift from materialistic to spiritual values. So instead of owning things, you're going to own spiritual values. So again, 2030, you'll be very spiritual and destitute. Critiques and interpretations, esoteric versus exoteric. Digital content says natural law is higher spiritual law. Yes, but these ones are higher people. They're probably on ayahuasca and other higher forms of consciousness. While Bailey's teachings are deeply esoteric, they imply a future where esoteric wisdom becomes more widely accepted and understood by the general populace. In controversy, some interpretations of Bailey's work especially among conspiracy theorists. Let's go. Link our ideas to the establishment of a one world government or religion. So she literally just said that, often in negative light. However, with the context of her teachings, this externalization is about spiritual upliftment and cooperation rather than control. Well, they're literally saying there's going to be a Christ-like figure, all right? This is some next level stuff. And then posts on X have shown that Alice Bailey's predictions and teachings are still discussed, with some believing the externalization is either underway or imminent. This reflects a broader interest in the spiritual and esoteric interpretations of global events and societal events. Are the beings masters human or other world / dimension? That she refers to. I've visited the DMT realm many times. Okay, so Methyl Miner has visited the DMT realm. Androgynous ditty extraordinaire of the Grand Delusion. Oh wow, King James, LeBron James. Is that your title? Oh no, we got LeBron James has the title, the ditty Grand Delusion. Okay, so I'll read this here, but actually I need to go to the washroom. So well, I'll go after read this. I'll read this and go to the washroom, and I'll play that video maybe. The video of the spire turning to dust. All right, so Alice Bailey's teachings, particularly in relation to the externalization of the hierarchy, that beings or masters she refers to as describes as advanced human beings. So they got AI infused, etc. So again, advanced human beings. Again, this is what the Freemasons and all of them view themselves as when you get higher degrees. That's why you call the higher ups Grand Master and Worshipful Master and all this stuff. Let's see. I think Worshipful Master Freemason. That's another title. Worshipful Master is literally a title. Yeah, so Ashlar College.ca, Ashlar College of Freemasonry, Worshipful Master. Like what? Installing Master, you will kneel on your right knee, placing your right hand on the volume of the sacred law, then repeat after me. I substituting your name for mine. I, in the presence of the great architect of the universe, and this worthy, worshipful, warranted, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, British Columbia is where I live. Register of that. And again, where's Worshipful Master? Worshipful, yeah, there's a title in there. And Worship Master, Worshipful, is mentioned 95 times. So as you're swearing, bend your knee and swearing oath to someone that it's literally called worshipful. So in other words, you're literally worshiping a human being. It's absolutely creepy stuff. Anyways, guys, these are a bunch of these creeps and so on. That's probably why the disinfo agents are probably like, they worship other humans, and that's probably why they're obeying the orders to spread disinfo, like Blue Bacon, which I definitely believe he's a Freemason. All right, let's continue further. So advanced human beings, these masters are often depicted as highly evolved humans who have transcended ordinary human limitations through spiritual development. They are thought to have achieved a high level of enlightenment or intuition, making them capable of guiding humanity's evolution. Interesting. From other dimensions or realms, Bailey also suggests that these masters operate from different planes of existence or dimensions, often referred to as the spiritual hierarchy or the inner government of the world. Inner government of the world. All right, so we're literally dealing with who runs the world. So who runs the world, guys? It's not girls. It's the inner government of the world. Beyonce would say, but although Beyonce might be a high level Freemason, like definitely high level. They are not confined to the physical plane, but can influence or work through it. This implies a connection or access to higher or different vibrational frequencies or dimensions where they can more directly interact with spiritual energies, not alien beings. While they are sometimes described in ways that might sound extraterrestrial or otherworldly, Bailey's writings do not emphasize them as aliens from another planet in the conventional sense. Instead, they are more akin to spiritual entities or ascended masters from within the Earth's spiritual hierarchy or closely connected dimensions. So again, the Project Blue Beam and all this PSYOP stuff, they're going to have the aliens coming from a different dimension. That's going to be the stuff instead of a different planet. The Machine Elf says hello from the motherland. Interesting. All right, so that's Methyl Miner when he was high on DMT. All right, so DMT Miner. The teachers and guides, these beings are portrayed as teachers, guides, or mentors for humanity, aiming to lead us towards greater spiritual awareness, unity, and peace. They are seen as a part of a cosmic plan or divine evolution where humanity is being prepared for higher spiritual responsibilities and awareness. Thus, the Masters and Bailey's philosophy are a mix of highly evolved human souls who have transcended to higher states of consciousness and they might also interact from or through the other planes or dimensions beyond our typical human perception. Their purpose is to aid in the spiritual, ethical, and evolutionary development of mankind. So again, this is Alice Bailey right here, Alice Bailey Wiki. And it's not just some random person. And again, she's saying 2025. And I definitely believe big psyops are at play here. So this is Alice Bailey, born in the 1800s. Holy! So she and died in 1949. And she is among the first people to use the New Age stuff there. And she was born Alice L.A. Trobe Batman. So she's actually the original Batman. She also got a big left eye, a weird left eye, if you look closely, I think. Anyways, and then if you go to United Nations, and she also has another book, I think, The Age of Aquarius, and so on, which a lot of music videos are about United Nations. Okay, and Alice, she's the one that created the Lucis Trust, and what initially was called Lucifer Trust. Lucifer, yeah. So the Lucis Trust, formerly known as Lucifer Publishing Company, is a non-profit organization incorporated in the United States in 1922 by Alice Bailey and her husband Foster Bailey. And this depiction of Lucifer, phosphorus as a bringer of light. Interesting. So there's Lucifer. And is that Lucifer hugging? Is that a unicorn shining, or like a that's a dragon, or no, that's a horse. This person hugging a horse and it's light. All right, and a bunch of nude beings there. All right, that's Lucifer there. And if you go to United Nations, I think United Nations. Okay, go back to United Nations. Here, World Goodwill is intended to promote better human relations. Okay, that actually included support of United Nations. I'll ask it right here. Explain the Lucifer Trust she created and its connection to the United Nations. Okay, guys, I don't know why Wikipedia doesn't put this in there. It's okay. Lucis Trust, initially named the Lucifer Publishing Company, was established by Alice Bailey and her husband Foster Bailey in 1922. Here's a detailed explanation of that organization and its connections to the United Nations. So Lucis, or Lucifer Trust, or origin and name change. So she changed her name from Lucifer Publishing Company with the name Lucifer referring to Latin light bringer, in other words, the Satan, all right, which meant a spiritual context rather than a Christian connotation of Satan. All right, that's pretty much these occultists always say that the same thing. All right, and then connection to the United Nations, and then they changed it to Lucius. It's a lot of people wondering, hey, why are you calling it Lucifer? All right, connection to the United Nations, consultative status. So it has consultative status with the United Nations. And she's the one writing about 2025 is when the interdimensional reptilian aliens. Okay, the danger zone salve. What's the topic? It's 2025. Okay, in the Odyssey, we're dealing with 2025. Basically 2025 New Year, and right now I'm talking about Alice Bailey, and she's talking about interdimensional beings are gonna, or Freemasons are gonna start pretty much running the show in 2025. And part of her externalization of the hierarchy block. All right, so that was going back into this one. Yeah. So again, there's the Odyssey chat. We'll talk about 2025. There it is, and that's first message on Odyssey. Congrats, they're the danger zone. All right, going back into the stuff here. So it has consultative status within the United Nations. The Lucis Trust has been granted consultative status with the Economic and Social Council, ECOSOC of the United Nations. This status allows NGOs like the Lucis Trust to participate in United Nations activities, particularly in contributing to discussions and forums that align with their mission of promoting peace, goodwill, and human rights. And then World Goodwill is also part of the Lucis Trust, and is recognized by the United Nations Department of Global Communications as a non-governmental organization, and this recognition allows World Goodwill to engage with UN programs focusing on education about the UN's goals and fostering support for its initiatives. And through Goodwill, okay, so it's there. And then controversies and perceptions, some sources and conspiracy theories, even X is calling that, but at least they're bringing that up, suggests a deeper influence or control over United Nations policies by the Lucis Trust due to its spiritual and esoteric orientation. However, there's no substantial evidence. Anyways, it is pretty substantial. 9/11 is a substantial that were run by non-public world government, non-public governments. In summary, the Lucis Trust, while rooted in esoteric philosophy, engages. Okay, anyways, so it's connected with the United Nations. She's writing about interdimensional beings gonna show themselves in 2025. So again, it's not just a random person talking about this. And she's got Lucifer Trust there, and they're gonna update their own constitution of man. Again, anyways, talking about a world religion coming about, and going back into that reading here. So again, that was Alice Bailey. That's a context around her and how she's connected to the United Nations. So that's a great and new movement. She rewrote in she died in 1949, I think. Let's go, Alice Bailey. She died in 1949. So again, way before then, decades ago, over like 75 years ago. She wrote that that's a great and new movement is proceeding, and a tremendously increased interplay and interaction is taking place. This will go on until AD 2025. During the years intervening between now and then, very great changes will be seen taking place, and at the great General Assembly of the hierarchy held as usual every century in 2025 the date in all probability will be set for the first stage of the externalization of the hierarchy. And she also has the reappearance of the Christ and the New Year 2025 from Alice Bailey's books, and so on. Methyl Miner, maybe they perfected summoning the entities in the Ark of the Covenant. Right? Maybe, perhaps. And so on. And there's a whole bunch of other stuff here. I'm going to go to the washroom, and in the meantime, I'm going to put on the video that I just uploaded last night. This is Dustification. A song, music was done by Trevor Evans, and then featuring Dr. Judy Wood's voiceover, and I made the video clips. I put them together, or compiled it from my earlier video that was done with the work of Norman, 9/11 revisionist, and conspiracy realist. All right, I'll play this right here, and I'm going to go to the washroom.
What's referred to as the spire. There's that clump of core columns from Tower 1 that seems to remain just a little bit after the rest and then turns to dust. I'm sort of expecting that is, or suspicious that is right above where those 14 people survived, who thought they would have been crushed and looked up and saw blue sky. Here's Tower 1 coming apart, and it peels away like peeling a banana, and left with these little spires sticking up. That's about 700 feet tall. It's got to be pretty strong to be standing unsupported that tall. Here's Building 7, which is a 47-story building. It's like 650 feet tall, approximately. This has got to be over that. And here's a closer view, and then it starts to drop down and kind of faints. Turns to dust. Turns to dust. Turns to dust. How's it going to go straight down? Turns to dust. Turns to dust. Drop it into? Okay, for argument's sake, let's pretend we do have a 700-foot hole we're going to drop it into. And you're saying that that's dust that shook off it that settled back here? That's blue sky around that. That's not dust gradually settling. If dust is that fine to hang in the air, it wouldn't be settled on it in that amount of time. So we know it doesn't have much time at all for dust to settle on it. And right after that, here it is from a slightly different angle. You'll just faint. Just faints and dustifies. Pretty neat trick.
All right. Yeah, epic stuff. We'll play the rest later. Eric Rest says, Judy... he says, hey peeps, Judy saved my soul in ways, was directing anger at humans, not realizing the power of these orbs. Yeah, interesting, yeah, definitely, yeah. We're dealing with some weird Grandmaster entities with deep mind control techniques. And again, the biggest mind control is just attention. So like they make every single person in the world just focus all their energy on like their day-to-day activities, their 9-to-5 job, and so on, and then the entertainment is the only way to get off that, just to get their brain off of work, and then back to the same cycle. Okay, Sonia Galak, have you heard of the code discovery that people are seeing inside of lasers when on DMT? Interesting. All right, guys. So we're gonna do some experiments later. Get high in DMT and play with magnets and lasers and see if we can discover some codes. Or basically, you might see the ether. All right. So that was this stuff. That was Alice Bailey. I'm gonna keep reading this stuff here. So Zeitgeist 2025's countdown to the secret destiny of America, the lost prophecies of Qumran, and the return of old Saturn's reign. So this is an epic book there. I'm gonna what I will do is Qumran or 2025 right here. The book. This was by. Let's see. Okay, this was this guy. He died recently. This is let's see what is his name. I'm gonna go to the 2025 book right here. Okay, I'm gonna go Qumran. No, what was it? Zeitgeist. Zeitgeist. Okay, I don't know how you spell Zeitgeist. Oh, there's an I in there. All right. Yeah, this one here. So that person right here, he died. He died, I think, recently. So the person speaking in the first video is Thomas Horn. Let's go to see when he was born. Thomas Horn Wiki. So again, some of this live stream will be a lot of researching and so on. Okay, Magnus Kaiser's here. I don't know what that line in O means. And the danger zone, remove the comment. It might be too dangerous. Thomas Horn. What is the guy's name? Thomas Horn. Zeitgeist 2025. Okay, doesn't have a wiki on there, but we'll ask Grok soon. So this guy here, Thomas Horn. In 2013, he wrote. In 2013, he wrote the book Zenith 2016. Again, this is before Trump won. Okay, so in 2013, he wrote Zenith 2016, and this is before Trump was even running. He wrote, did something begin in the year 2012 that will reach its apex in 2016? Zenith 2016, the revised and expanded edition of Apollyon Rising 2012 from the best-selling author of Petrus Romanus and Exo Vaticana. Thomas Horn, Exo Vaticana. He's talking about UFOs and making a deal with Vatican, or at least that was the Project Bluebeam setup there, and which is possibly look like, again, this is he wrote Zenith 2016 in 2013 as revision of his 2012 book, and it called Apollyon, and this is a revised edition of the Apollyon Rising. And then what happened in 2016? Trump. That's when Trump won. And again, Trump has the if you go to Trump. Apollo. He has literally his entire. He has like giant gold paintings of Apollo in his penthouse roof, and I think he has like the chariot. There's Apollo. This one right here, Apollo. Why would Wiki not include Apollo? Apollo penthouse. Yeah, okay. So this is Apollo led in the chariot by Aurora. And he has a portrait there, and he also has it, I think, on top of the, I think it's like a dedication to Apollo. Trump Apollo penthouse. YouTube. Let's see, YouTube. Yeah, gold, and so on. Okay, going on here. Where's the there was a, I think I made it way back. It's like YouTube just can't search anything. Apollo Trump. Yeah, okay. I could have sworn, okay, Trump's Apollo exposes idol sun god. Okay, it's right here. When is this one? Okay, this one is gone. Anyways, I'm doing some live research. This is why I put on my Telegram, and I think I probably forgot to put it into my Telegram. But that video I shared a while back. Okay, click on this. Click on. It was like a dedication to Apollo, pretty much. I'm gonna go to last one. 2025. Where is it? Is it 45? Trump. I'm just doing some quick stuff. Yeah, this channel, I updated my computer, so I don't have anything saved. So I'm going to go to Apollo. Connection to the 666. It could have sworn he has an Apollo roof. Okay, penthouse. I'm going to go back to that penthouse, Apollo penthouse, and take a look at his 110 million. We'll go to the Daily Mail. No. Penthouse, painting, news, and pictures. Okay, this is from 2015. Gold in there, and okay, so Apollo led. Yes, there's Apollo led in his chariot by Aurora, the Greek goddess of the dawn, suggesting Trump sees himself as the mold of Apollo, Zeus' son, and one of the most powerful of the gods. And again, that's Apollyon rising. And then here, a crystal chandelier lights up. It shows a scene of a Greek or Roman gods. Where is the scene? A fountain set right here. Is planted on the tablet scene of, okay, so on above it shows a scene of a Greek or Roman gods. It seems likely to be Apollo again, is portrayed crossing the heavens, and is so on the roof. It should be Apollo there crossing it. So we had Apollo twice in there. Sitting above the white marble is Apollo in one of the most being led in his chariot by etc. Anyways, that's a bunch of Apollo stuff there with Trump. And again, this was the guy Thomas Horn, who I'll ask ChatGPT right now. I mean Grok. We'll go to Grok new. How do I just do a new one? Summarize Thomas Horn when he and author of Zenith 2016 and list his works and when he was born and died. Let's see when it shows up, because Wikipedia doesn't have it. Internationally recognized lecturer, radio host, and best-selling author known for his Christian nonfiction, particularly focused on biblical prophecy. So he passed away on October 20th, 2023, and he was born in 1957. So here's the books he wrote. Zenith 2016, and again, that was the Apollo Rising stuff there. And again, just the title is what I'm more interested in. Every time I roll Pope Francis, but it's like what actually shows up is Trump shows up. Forbidden. Okay, he also wrote Forbidden Gates. Interesting. Bill Gates. How genetics, robotics, and artificial intelligence, synthetic biology, nanotechnology, and human enhancement herald the dawn of the techno-dimensional spiritual warfare. And Apollyon Rising, the final mystery of the Great Seal revealed, focusing on the symbolism and prophecy related to the Great Seal of the United States. Again, this is Trump's, and then Trump shows up. 2016. Exo Vaticana, Project Lucifer, and the Vatican's astonishing plan for the arrival of the alien savior, discussing Vatican's involvement in preparing for an extraterrestrial disclosure. All right, we got Project Bluebeam coming up, guys. And Nephilim Stargates. Where's another one? Shadowland, from Jeffrey Epstein to the Clintons, from Obama and Biden to the occult elite, exposing the deep state actors at war with Christianity, Donald Trump, and America's destiny. Are they... Okay, interesting. I don't know why he wasn't pro-Trump, I don't think. Hi guys, lost access to my account, but I'm back. Oh, Sonny G's in the house. Yeah, he loves gilded covered in. He loves gilded covered in golden medals. All right, aim a green laser straight up and watch it curve. Watch out for air traffic. Forbidden using lasers when an aircraft flying over. Death to Censor says search Trump Apollyon on the roof. Yeah, definitely. Let's see what the image was. Apollyon on roof Trump. I think that it was a painting there as well. Okay, there should be a painting there. Okay, yeah, it is a chariot one. Okay, there is the chariot there. I think Apollo's on the chariot. So he not just it doesn't have just a painting. Just on the picture frame. He also has it on the roof, a giant painting. So literally, Apollyon Rising is literally Trump. All right, so we got Trump and Apollo. Conspiracy to CERN's most secretive mission. Anyways, a lot of stuff like a wormhole. Anyways, what I'm more focused on is 2025, 2016 stuff that because so he, and also there's another one, Apollo and the Swan. So very interesting Apollo Swan symbolism. Here's some interesting stuff. So Donald Trump sitting on a giant ceramic swan, and then this is Apollo and the swans. Apparently something. Yes, this is Apollo on swans. So something very interesting. There's another Apollo on swan setup there. And here's a swan song. This is Led Zeppelin, and that's Apollo without a wang there. Interesting. All right. Now we go back to the that guy right there. Zenith, I think he wrote this. Okay, this person. So here's the books he wrote right here. So this is the Zenith 2016, and then he also wrote. I'll read what I wrote before, so it's straightforward. So the person speaking in the first video is Thomas Horn. In 2013, he wrote the book Zenith 2016, and in 2021, so after COVID, he wrote the book Zeitgeist 2025. Interesting years. So he wrote this book here. So Tom Horn's writings always sizzles, but Zeitgeist 2025 absolutely dazzles. Okay. Anyways, those are people replying to him. Reviews of it. Thomas Horn. So Zeitgeist 2025 countdown. I gotta move my mouse away before it hides. Countdown to the secret destiny of America, the lost prophecies of Qumran, and the return of old Saturn's reign. And Qumran is where the location of the Dead Sea Scrolls. All right, and then he also wrote, and in 2019, before COVID, he wrote The Rabbis, Donald Trump, and the Top Secret Plan to Build the Third Temple. So again, this is before Trump won the second time. This is before COVID. He's writing this book here, so it's either he has some insight or has some he might be one of the spiritual masters that knows the script. So building the third temple is an act which must be done to complete the redemption of the people of the Bible in the land of the Bible. And the rabbis, Donald Trump, and the top secret plan to build a third temple. And there is the Star of David, or a different star depending on what you view it as. Unveiling the incendiary scheme by religious authorities, government agents, and Jewish rabbis to invoke Messiah. And you got Donald Trump there. Like, what is going on here? This is 2019, guys. And also he wrote this book here. So in 2013, Thomas Horn wrote Exo-Vatican, or Vaticana. I typed this in wrong. Exo-Vaticana. There's an extra A there. Petrus Romanus, Project Lucifer, and the Vatican's astonishing plan for the arrival of an alien savior. So, and again, this is 2013, so he's writing way back where you would have been laughed at. And now it's like, oh, it's pretty standard stuff. Like, can you give us some of the conspiracy that's actually creative? All right. We have a bunch of people removing comments. Who's removing the comments right here? So in Odyssey, a bunch of people are removing comments. Magus Kaiser, the Danger Zone, removing comments. Are you removing them or is someone else removing them? All right. So let me know if you got an issue with that, because I did not touch that. Okay, and we have a 4-minute video right here. Galactic Fire T-shirt, 4-minute video, the Discovery. We'll play some of that maybe in a bit. Okay, it's talking about. Okay, Okay, I was taught about the third temple. Okay, anyways, guys, so let's read this here. So Petrus Romanus. Okay, this is Lucifer and the Vatican's plan for the arrival of an alien savior. Christians will not immediately need to renounce their faith in God simply on the basis of the reception of this new, unexpected information of a religious character from extraterrestrial civilizations. However, once the religious content originating from outside the earth has been verified, they will have to conduct a rereading of the gospel, inclusive of the new data. Vatican astronomer connected with Opus Dei, Father Giuseppe Tanzella Nitti. And again, this is written by Chris Putnam and Thomas Horn. So we got aliens coming in, and what's also interesting is Podesta aliens. I think email. I could have sworn it right here. Throwback. This is that pedo John Podesta. Okay, so Vatican. Okay, so I haven't shared this is way back before I started Telegram. So I go to my X account from and then you go to Podesta Vatican. So we got Podesta, a piece of gay guy, and this right here. So Apollo 14 astronaut and 6th man to allegedly walk on the moon, Edgar Mitchell, literally emailed the John Domino's on Pizza Podesta to discuss free energy, ET disclosure, and Vatican's awareness. Did you hear what I just said, guys? So we got Apollo 14, and the 6th man to allegedly walk, and he's a Freemason, Edgar Mitchell, literally emailed the John Domino's on Cheese Podesta to discuss free energy tech. And I think, let's go back to the Domino's on Cheese. So this is this person's emails John. This is Stern TD at State Gov to John 2015 December 3rd, or the other way around, or yeah, I think it's probably December 3rd, or January, February, March, or March 9th, but it's September 3rd probably. And it says, man, I miss you. The next 3 months are going to be rougher internally than in Beijing. Between 7th and 1600 hours, no fun. Hope you're doing okay. I'm dreaming about your hot dog stand in Hawaii. So I don't know what these guys are referring to. Let's go to Podesta. Some more stuff on Podesta. Podesta email. Go back to the email. And this is when they were, again, invited to Marina's spirit cooking dinner. And John, yeah, this is, again, to rehash who John Podesta is. So Podesta, email 2015 from WikiLeaks. Are you in NYC Thursday, July 9th? Marina wants you to come to dinner. This is his brother, I think, emailing him. Tony Podesta emailing to John. And then some Marina Abramovich just emailed them to Tony Podesta. Dear John, I'm so looking forward to the spirit cooking dinner at my place. Do you think you'll be able to let me know if your brother is joining? And then again, here's some of the screenshots from one of her spirit cooking stuff. So Podesta spirit cooking dinner. It's not what you think. It's blood. It's got some other liquids and mostly blood. And also she wrote on here, with a sharp knife cut deeply into the middle finger of your left hand, eat the pain. So left hand, eat the pain. It's about, and then he wrote in 2015. This is 2015. Yes, this is September 25th. This is this was actually way before. Okay, this is September 25th. This is June 28th. Interesting. June 28th is also when Rosemary's Baby was born. June 28th. That's also Elon Musk was born. So that's when the devil's baby was born. So that's interesting. On June 28th is when they were doing the dinner. Oh, but they're talking about July 9th. No, never mind. July 9th is when they were doing the dinner. But anyways, so if you zoom into his left hand, and he wrote, important but overlooked global goal number 14, we must protect our oceans and life. And then he has a Band-Aid right here. If you look at his hand closely, it's actually super smooth. It's a Band-Aid on his left middle finger. And I don't know what's up with his left finger there, but I think he has some sort of medical issue. Anyways, so that's John Podesta eating the middle finger of his left hand. So he ate the pain. So John Podesta ate the pain. Going back into, I wanted to see some other email. There's another one he wrote about, Oh, and also President Biden to name John Podesta as top U.S. climate diplomat to replace John Kerry. All right, so that's weird. Email. I think there's another one, a bunch of these ones. Okay, again, a lot of these was before. Actually, a lot of this was before I got Telegram. Is when I had Pizzagate series that YouTube completely removed every single video. So anger as UK project sees police Scotland rebrand pedos as minor attractive people. So again, MAP, M-A-P. This was in 2022. So they're rebranding pedos as M-A-P, and that's what actual pedos call themselves in like top secret channels. And if you look at the email from John, he says the realtor found a handkerchief. I think it has a map that seems pizza related. All right. So what's this guy talking about? A map seems pizza related. A map, minor attractive person. Okay, seems pizza related. Again, anyways, that's John Podesta for you. And then, now let's go back to the email. So again, all that John Podesta, the pedo stuff, and now he's dealing with climate stuff. So Apollo 14 astronaut Edgar Mitchell, and again Edgar Mitchell, Freemason. So he's also a Freemason. So among the stars, he's even promoted by his Freemason Society. It's a Scottish Rite Freemason. Among the stars, Freemason astronauts. Buzz Aldrin to John Glenn. Edgar. Buzz Aldrin is also Edgar. So Edgar Mitchell is also Freemason. Like, where are these Freemasons going? They're going for their alleged moon landings. All right. So Freemason astronaut. Emphasis on the ass. All right. It's the Grand Worshipful Master Edgar Mitchell emailing John the pizza, hot dog, spirit cooking with Brima Abramovich eating the pain, Podesta. So this is 2015. Dear John, as 2015 unfolds, I understand you are leaving the administration in February. It is urgent that we agree on a date and time to meet to discuss disclosure and 0 point energy. So you got Freemason Edgar Mitchell, an astronaut, emailing Pedo John, like somehow in so much political positions of power for some reason. Edgar Mormon, Mason and Mormon. Okay, so Edgar Mitchell's a Mormon too. No way. So Edgar Mitchell is a Freemason, Mormon. No, he says no, he's not. Interesting, I don't see where he was. Anyways, so far, let me know if you have a link to info on it. All right, going back into that here, right here. So anyways, so it's talking about disclosure and 0 point energy with John Pizza Podesta. My Catholic colleague Terry Mansfield will be there too to bring us up to date on the Vatican's awareness of ETA, extraterrestrial intelligence. So his Catholic colleague bring us up to date on the Vatican's awareness. What is going on here? So Vatican's awareness. So the astronaut, like 6th man to land on the holographic moon. Okay, I wrote my own comment. I said, "Is there going to be another Jewish revelation in 2025?" Well, possibly something along those lines. There's probably going to be like, there's new Dead Sea Scrolls that were found on the moon. Yeah, they're going to say Dead Sea Scrolls were found on the moon, and it says that a interdimensional Christ will appear, and he will be working at the United Nations to bring about world government and digital IDs and other fun stuff. Anyways, that was going back to that Zenith guy. Zenith. So again, this guy's writing Exo Vaticano 2013. 2 years later, the Edgar Mitchell astronaut guy is emailing John Podesta about the Vatican, about the Vatican's knowledge of extraterrestrials and 0 point energy. All right, and talking about disclosure. And then going further, and he also wrote another colleague is working on a new space treaty, citing involvement with Russia and China. However, with Russia's extreme interference in Ukraine, I believe we must pursue another route for peace in space and 0 point energy on Earth. I met with President Obama's Honolulu childhood friend, U.S. Ambassador Pamela Hamamoto on July 4th at the U.S. mission in Geneva. When I was able to tell her briefly about the 0 point energy, I believe we can enlist her as a confidant and resource in our presentation for President Obama. So he's going to email, John Podesta is going to do a presentation with Edgar Mitchell to Obama about Vatican's awareness and 0 point energy and extraterrestrials. And then it says, I believe we can enlist her. And anyways, I appreciate Ernst's assistance in working with Terry to set up our meeting. And look at his email. He puts a tagline, 6th man to walk on the moon. Oh man, this is just absolutely hilarious stuff here. And then let's see what else was there. Because that was the Vaticano guy. Okay. And so we got Project Bluebeam coming up, and that's 2025. And he also wrote Zeitgeist. Oh yeah, we haven't even got to the Zeitgeist part. So he wrote Zeitgeist 2025. And going back here, so he wrote, we actually did cover here. So something big's coming on Zeitgeist 2025. It's Saturday. It's America's Destiny and Lost Prophecies is Qumran. So if I search up Qumran here, oh man, how do you spell this? Qumran. Okay, I'm gonna go to 2025. Okay. So this is here. Yeah, this is the Lost. This is right here. It's talking about Qumran. This is so I'll read this out here. So the Lost Prophecies. So this is a book from Josh Peck. So I'll read this here. So on September 15, 2021. So again, 3 years ago, Josh Peck published the book The Lost Prophecies of Qumran 2025 and the Final Age of Man. So I'll go a lot of 2025 stuff. All right, a lot of 2025 stuff going on right here. And the Dead Sea Scrolls discovered between 1946, again, that's when Trump was born, and this is, again, and Dead Sea Scrolls were discovered after, again, World War One ended, World War II officially called off on 1945, and then a year later, Trump's born, you had 1946 Dead Sea Scrolls formed, and you had 1947 is when the, what's it called, Roswell crashed. So we got Trump occult peaked. So if we go right here, strange coincidences. I think I added those right here. I added this later once I discovered that the Dead Sea Scrolls as well. So I made a table. So I made a giant table of all the. Oh, whoops! I'm getting a vacuum in the back. Okay. 1 second. We had a leaf blower in the back. Alright, it's alright. It's just sound in the background. Hopefully it's not too bad. So going back here in the timings, so I made a giant table right here. So I made a giant table of stuff here. I think I forgot to add Dead Sea Scrolls. Yeah, I added it now. So on November 1946, again, Dead Sea Scrolls were first found. And again, Trump was born on Blood Moon, and then a bit after that. Alright. Here we go. Alright, we are back. Yeah, so I added the Dead Sea Scroll stuff there, and again, you also have Roswell as well. So Roswell is on Trump's birthday, 1947. Trump's first birthday. So Trump born on Blood Moon on June 14th, 1946. Dead Sea Scrolls found a few months later, and then a year later to the date, Roswell crash, and then U.S. Air Force is created, also 1947. So we got U.S. Air Force. World War I is done. World War II is done, 1945. I should add that actually. I'll add that World War II. Elliot Jackson, have you seen a Reptoid? I think we have. What's his name? I think there's a couple. One of them is Elon. No, not Elon Musk. He's probably a robot. Is Jeff Bezos and Mark Zuckerberg. So we go right here, and also speaking about this stuff right here. And here's a Pope's audience hall. You got the literally snake like symbol, and the mouth is cut off at the Vatican City outline, so it's literally biting it. So that's pretty interesting. And there is the supposed Christ figure rising out of the nuclear apocalypse, and I mirrored it on one way, and it looks like Baphomet. So if you haven't seen my Pope audience hall video on that, one of them is removed. So YouTube literally removed Pope audience hall. So YouTube went on a giant banning spree. So all right, yeah. So YouTube removed. So if you write YouTube removed, so YouTube removed like my literally 8-year-old video on the CIA conspiracy memo. All of a sudden, they just removed it all literally this month and last month. And then they removed my Russia hacked 2016 election video. I uploaded in literally 2016. No, I think this was when was this? 8 years ago. And they just removed for harmful conspiracy theories. If you do appeal, they don't stay any reason. They also removed recently my Pope audience hall videos, one of my highest viewed videos. They removed it for no reason. This is the 2017 video on Pope audience hall and so on. That's three old videos removed in 1 week. And again, that's usually what happens. And this is after Trump got elected. So usually what happens is you get when you have the populist guy winning, and then they got to make sure that the public goes back into the left side. So it's like they force you to believe Trump's gonna do anything, and then they're gonna basically censor more. And I think elections are more of a way to gauge the opinion of people. So if they want you voting one way, if you vote other way, they're gonna have to increase censorship more, and also make the like Trump for example just not fulfill any of his promises or a majority of them, and so on. So this one here, but I put the link here to my Hive articles, so you can see links to watch them all. So you can click the links to watch them all, and the notes are all in here. So YouTube's deleted, but I still put a link there in case it ever comes back, and so on. There's a 3Speak and Odyssey, BitChute, and Rumble. I'll upload it later. All right, and put a bunch of these stuff as well. And again, the first George Washington, first president, is Freemason, and I notice what he does. He puts Freemason above first president on a statue. Again, they view being Freemason as being above being president, and that's George Washington. And the other thing is, I think Trump Bible. Okay, I'll go to the Antichrist 25. So Trump's apparently selling another Bible, and now he puts his name above. Yeah, so he puts his name above the Bible.
Several months.
So when he's selling he's selling the Bible. Let's go. Where is this one? We'll see the book he puts. And if when you buy it, let's say if you buy it, yeah. So it puts. So if you have the Bible there, the cover, the highest word is Trump. Go see the front cover of it. Yeah. Why is it not showing anything? Okay, yeah. So Donald Trump, 47th president of the United States. So he puts Donald Trump at the very, very top, and then the Bible in the center there. And if you open up, it has a big giant signature. So you open it up, the first page is "May God bless you always," and it has a giant signature of Trump. Trump just taking over the game. Edgar, Eric Reed, USA deified George Washington. Yep, they literally have in the Capitol building the deification, the apotheosis of Washington. Trump is a Freemason. Yeah, definitely. He's just another Grandmaster mumbo jumbo. Okay, going back in here. So Zeitgeist 2025. I think. What else did we have here? Okay, I think we covered that. Okay, the next one is the Qumran or whatever. I go 2025 or Dead Sea. Yeah. So the timing is very, 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 very interesting. It's if anything around 1946. I say keep an eye on that. So Josh Peck wrote in September 15, 2021. About the lost prophecies of Qumran 2025 and the final age of man. So the Dead Sea Scrolls discovered between 1946 and 1947 and in 1956 in Qumran caves. So that's why the Qumran, the lost prophecies of that. It contained manuscripts from the Essenes dating back from between 300 BC to 100 AD, so 1,000 to 2,000 years ago, and were possibly produced by the Essenes mystic Jewish sect. And Josh wrote that within these manuscripts gives a timeline, not an timeline. Okay, gives a timeline for a major spiritual shift to occur in the year 2025, possibly ushering in the final age when the Messiah comes. And again, that's ChatGPT's summarizing it. So 2025 is literally a big year. Okay, 25 is a big year. I'll put this on November 11th on 11/11. So Josh Peck. Let's see. So 2025, the Essenes and Enoch predicted would begin the final age when Messiah comes. The guy's article, and I gotta just wait till this hovers away. So did ancient voices other than Hebrew prophets predict that the Great Tribulation commences in 2025? And there's a summary of ChatGPT. So Lost Prophecies of Qumran 2025 and the Final Age of Man by Josh Peck explores the connections between ancient biblical prophecies and modern events, particularly focusing on the Dead Sea Scrolls found in Qumran. The book delves into predictions regarding the end times, highlighting how these ancient texts may be relevant to the year 2025. And then key themes, Dead Sea Scrolls. The book examines the prophecies hidden within these ancient manuscripts, suggesting that they contain insights into humanity's future and God's final plan for the world. And end times prophecy, Peck interprets the scrolls to reveal a timeline that could align with current global events, suggesting a significant spiritual shift or culmination in 2025. It's like this was a couple thousand years ago, and it lines up with Alice Bailey's 100 years or like 75 plus years ago, talking about 2025, the externalization of the hierarchy and the Antichrist covenant or the Christ figure that unifies all religions. So spiritual warfare, the narrative also addresses the concept of spiritual battles and the role of unseen forces, drawing connections to biblical figures and events that could foreshadow contemporary challenges and significance of 2025. The book posits that 2025 may mark a critical turning point or the beginning of the end of an era, urging readers to be vigilant and prepared for possible prophetic fulfillments. The book is positioned with the context of eschatology. I think that's dealing with the end times prophecies, aiming to blend historical analysis with theological implications to shed light on current global uncertainties. All right, so we got that. I see some other ones. So SPARS 2025. So SPARS 2025 actually happened a bit sooner, and SPARS 2025 it has the pandemic. So SPARS 2025. Let's go back here. I think so. SPARS 2025. They have a scenario where they had the vice president taking over for the president, and it was, and then she became the first. No, actually, it was the other way around. They had a President Randall Archer who took office, and then Archer served. Oh yeah. This had a male vice president take over for the female president. Under President Jacqueline Bennett. And it was like a mirror image of the Biden. And then Kamala Harris taking over. But I do think Kamala 2028 is looking possible, because it's like they made her lose very, 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 very like too easily to Trump. Like it's like, and she conceded right away. She's like, "Oh, I conceded to the will of the voters." Blah blah blah. There was no fighting back like Hillary or anything. It was just like super instantly quick. So that's really weird. But anyways, so 2025, and they also had the SPARS, the fake pandemic. So, but the interesting one is that part there. I'm gonna go back to this SPARS 2025. Okay, this file's gone. It's like that's why you got to make sure everything's downloaded and so on. Let's go see if this PDF is opened. Okay, there's the SPARS 2025. There's that quote virus coming up. Johns Hopkins University, and they said 2025, 2028. And this was made, when was this? In 2017. And they're talking about it, and you just shift the dates a bit. But there might be possibly something else later, but it looks like this was pretty much COVID preview. And so on. All right. Yeah, selection, not election. Yeah, definitely. But the thing, I do think the election they do for gathering opinion of people. Like, you need to make everybody, like, you actually want to have some sense of understanding what people are thinking and how much people are voting. So they want the more people voting. Because it's more and more people buying into the nonsense system. All right, and then SPARS 2025, Global Trends 2025, A Transformed World. Let's go back to this one here. 2025. It's also, if you search up 2025 on my thing right here. So that Global Trends was from, this was a U.S. government, 2008 U.S. government report says that Russia and Canada will be climate change winners. And this is from, this is the Global Trends 2025 right here. And let's see what they have. They mentioned, first of all, 2008, and they also mentioned mass immigration, increased Muslim population in Europe, and so on. And they also had a October surprise talking about a fictionalized account global in attention to climate change, relating to climate change, and it's going to affect an extreme weather event will happen on October surprise, and it involves relocating the New York Stock Exchange to a less vulnerable location is considered. So in other words, they're going to probably flood New York City. So again, New York City, and it's about 2025. So New York City, they already have it attacked in 9/11. Now you can do something else like that. Research ghost orbs and so on. Okay, we got a lot of people chatting and so on. Objects creating there. The modified bird flu by Bill Gates. We have a lot of stuff there. Well, again, I think even flus aren't even quite real. All right, so Air Force 2025. Let's go to the Air Force One. I'm going over every single the thing I put in the stuff here, just so you know. And again, when you go to my Telegram, you search 2025. How many posts I have? 47 posts on 2025. So you go to Air Force. Air Force 2025. This is a 1996 document. So the Air Force, the 1996 Air Force 2025 U.S. Military Report Series has a report on weather control. Buckle up for 2025. Also note that the report stated that they had directed energy weapons DE or DEW in 1986. So this is weather as a force multiplier, but this is part of the research paper presented to Air Force 2025. So in 1986, again 1996, so a 996 anagram of, or just rearrange it to 666 or 1666, and they're talking about 2025. So like, why 2025? And then here's some of the stuff from 1986 and 1985. They're talking about satellites, intercommunication, internet, and so on, and other stuff like here. And they also have reflecting the satellites off the ionosphere, reflecting layers. And they also have artificial ionosphere mirrors. They have giant mirrors in the sky, so you can bounce off and do ground-based generator. And they also have, let's see what, a radar stuff like here, or possibly some other direct energy weapon set up there, and bouncing off, like literally bouncing off the sky. And then they pretty much model where everything's going to skyrocket in terms of on 2025. And if you look at, this is all precipitation modification, storm modification. They're literally talking about storm modification. And then it's going to go skyrocket in 2025. Everything's skyrocketing in 2025. Fog and cloud modification, F and CM. They're saying they're not going to deal with that much in 2025. They're going to go counter weather, artificial weather, AW, artificial weather. All right, and it's all 2025. This is an Air Force document. They're talking about, and also talking about direct energy weapons. They said now direct energy weapons is low, but they still have it. And then it's going to skyrocket in 2025. So 2025 is going to have direct energy weapons and weather modification through the wazoo. All right, so that's Air Force 2025, and weather as a force multiplier, owning the weather in 2025. Let's go to, I think this was the weather one. Yeah, this is the weather one. And this is also weather. There's a full document right here. You could go and see it. And they also have, if you look into it, Air Force 2025, they also have, this was the Air Force 25, an operational analysis, or this is part of it, for 2025, application of value focused thinking to future air and space capabilities. And they also talk about a holographic airborne projector, a 3D projector, where literally got 9/11 tech, 9/11 like tech right here. And in 1996, talking about 2025. And if they're talking about 2025, think like 100 years or 1,000 years. They've already had it. Research WW2 the Foo Fighters. Yeah, I think the orbs and other stuff like that. I think it's all preluding to Project Bluebeam. 2025 going to be interesting. Does Trump make Putin an offer he does not refuse? And if he does refuse, for World War III. Well, I think World War III will involve Israel, like an Israel-Middle East peace deal. So I think what's happening is going to happen is Trump's going to make a Middle East peace deal, and for a couple of years be world peace, and everyone's going to think he's the greatest guy ever. He's bringing peace and security, and then when you hear peace and security, when you hear the word peace and security repeated non-stop, and then I think he's going to break the treaty with Israel, and start a World War III, and then the United Nations is going to take over America because of the United Nations is in America. It is America, and then basically say we can't have a populist dictator like Trump anymore, or a populist elected official. We need to do a world government to overcome all of this mumbo jumbo. Peace, security. I think here. I think I said right here. ESV Bible here. Peace, security. So if I search to here, peace, security. Okay, security. And then write peace. Yeah. I think, what was that? Peace and security. Or sudden destruction. Destruction. Okay, yeah, this one here. So while Thessalonians, 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 3, while people are saying there is peace and security, then sudden destruction will come upon them as labor pains upon a pregnant woman, and they will not escape. So anyways, whenever you hear peace and security, peace, security, I think I have a bunch of quotes on peace and security. I think security, or peace. Okay, this is, I think we have a bunch up here. Where's the peace and security? Peace and security, or peace. I think I could have sworn I had some here. Peace, Trump. Okay, anyways, there's Trump as Prince of Peace. It's probably another Freemasonic title. He's kidding. So Trump's posted to Truth Social. Okay, yeah. Anyways, back to the idea of Trump bringing peace to the Middle East. Well, he was pretty much scripted for this. This is Trump tweeted, looking forward to seeing Bibi Netanyahu on Friday, and even more to forward to achieving peace in the Middle East. And this is a letter. So again, he's meeting Israeli Prime Minister, and he's getting a letter from the Palestinian Prime Minister or Palestinian President, and who calls him Your Excellency. Again, these are all Freemasonic titles. Why are you calling him Your Excellency? This is, again, to reiterate right here. So Trump posted to Truth Social, this was in July 24th, that he'll bring peace to the Middle East, and included a letter from the President of Palestine calling him Your Excellency. So he's calling the country that's funding Israel to commit genocide in his country. He's calling Trump Your Excellency, and this is after the fake assassination attempt. It was with a grave concern that I received news and later on watched footage of your attempted assassination. And he wrote, Your Excellency, is with a grave concern that I've received news and later on watched footage of your attempted assassination, blah, 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 and he signs this, and then Trump signs, Mahmoud, so will you, thank you, everything will be good, best wishes. So why is he signing a letter that this guy wrote, and why is he sent it back to him? And with a giant font right here, that's Trump. So, the Palestine president is calling Trump Your Excellency and wishing him a speedy recovery from his fake assassination attempt, while Trump's meeting Israeli Prime Minister, while the U.S. funds literally the genocide in Palestine. So again, this is why I see all sides are the same. So the Palestine president and Bibi Netanyahu, they're just actors in this genocidal nonsense. All right, so that's that. I'm going to close some of this stuff. I'm going to close this. I do want to continue on these ones. 2027, the World Teacher. This one I haven't looked into it yet, but it's part of Alice Bailey's stuff. And the World Teacher. This is this book right here, based on Alice Bailey's teachings. This guy, 2025, and the World Teacher by, this is Stephen Grenkanov, whatever. Alice Bailey produced 18 books with the Master DK. This book brings together teachings regarding 2025 and the hierarchical conclave. Yeah, basically, this brings about 2025. Again, 2025 is Alice Bailey's, like, literally big motto. And Wikipedia doesn't even tell you about 2025. What's the point of Wikipedia? It doesn't even have 2025, which is her, like life's work, is about 2025 being the grand opening of the Freemasonic world. Alright, so that's 2025. Oh, this is 2025 and the final age of man. Oh, we haven't even finished that. I got distracted. Let's go to Dead Sea Scrolls. Yeah, so back to these Essenes. Yeah, so these are the Essenes right here. And, yeah, so the Essenes, they were the ones that apparently had the Dead Sea Scrolls. And I think they were talking about 2025. Again, Wikipedia doesn't even tell you about 2025. Why? Okay, I'm going to go right here. Tell me about the Essenes, Enoch, and their relation to 2025 prophecy. Okay, just give me, let's see, AI. At least AI will be a bit better. So another thing, I'm using XAI, but it's like a black box. You don't know what data they're using, and you don't know what figures they're using on their AI model. And that's where you got to get on. Eventually, the big one will be public blockchains like Hive, where all the data is on there, and then anyone can train it, and anyone can modify, and you can see everything openly, how they're training these AIs. And all the data will be yours. Okay, see right here. You can see where the 2025 is. Okay, so right here, see the scenes historical were active approximately from the 2nd century BC to the 1st century, the AD, or Common Era they're calling now. Connection to the 2025 prophecy, modern interpretation. Some contemporary authors and theologians like Josh Peck and Lost Prophecies of Qumran have linked the scenes calendar and Enoch's prophecies in the year to the year 2025. They suggest Jubilee year, the Essenes calendar, which operates on a 50-year Jubilee cycle, is interpreted by some to culminate in 2025, marking the beginning of a significant prophetic period, or the final age where the Messiah would return, or when judgment would start. And Enoch's weeks, the apocalypse of weeks in the book of Enoch is seen by some as aligning with modern timelines, leading some to speculate that 2025 would herald the beginning of the last week or era before the end of days, and so on. Public disclosure discussions about around these prophecies have been found in books, online forums, and social media, where they're often linked with other signs and events like astronomical phenomena and global political shifts to suggest that 2025 might be a pivotal year in prophetic terms. All right, so we got that out of the way. Okay, the reappearance. Okay, this is Project 2025. That's the Trump stuff. We'll go down a bit, but the reappearance of the Christ in the year 2025 from the Alice Bailey's book. Let's see, reappearance of, I think this is it. Reappearance of, this is the book right here. Alice Bailey 2025 Christ. Let's see what she is talking about here. Okay, the reappearance of the Christ. Is this her actual book? Okay, it's Amazon. So this is actually her book, The Reappearance of Christ. In every age I come back. This is from literally Alice Bailey, author. September 13, 1978. In every age I come back to deliver the holy, to destroy the sin of the sinner, to establish righteousness. So runs the well-known passage in the Bhagavad Gita. Translation by Prabha Banda Ishwarwood, giving words to an eternal hope in the human heart, and so on. And I think 2025 is going to be big. I'm going to summarize this one. Okay, I'm going to... I don't have time for all this. If you've read any of this occult mumbo-jumbo, let me know. Otherwise, we're going to summarize what Grok says right here. Go back to that Alice Bailey. How do I go back to the history? Whoops. History. Okay, summarize her book. Alright, let's see. Let's see, the Alice Bailey's book. Yeah, once we're done this, we'll go to Project 25. Okay. Let's see what it says. Summarize her book, The Reappearance of the Christ. Alice book, The Reappearance of the Christ explores a vision of a new era in human spiritual evolution. Here's a summary of its key points. The return of the Christ. Bailey posits the quote, the Christ now confined to Christian theology has but seen as a world teacher or avatar. Interesting. It's like that Avatar movie. Will reappear in the near future to guide humanity. This Christ figure is viewed as a synthesis of all world teachers, embodying the love and wisdom needed for the next stage of human development. World crisis and opportunity. World crisis and opportunity. World crisis. The book frames the post-World War II period as a time of great crisis, but also immense opportunity for spiritual awakening. She sees global suffering and upheavals as catalysts for a shift towards a more unified, spiritual aware world. Anyways, I want to go to the 2025. Okay, I'm going to ask it again. Summarize her book. And its connections to 2025. All right. Oh, Tucker tries. Hello, fam. Okay, we got a super fan in the stream. Let's go. Okay, here's it in terms of 2025. I just want to get to the 2025 stuff. Okay, so a time for spiritual renewal. So Billy suggests that by 2025 there could be a big significance of spiritual awareness. So a connection to 2025. So 2025 is a pivotal year. In her writings, Bailey mentions 2025 as a significant year in the spiritual timeline she outlines. It is seen as the close of the first 49-year cycle, the close of it, since the reappearance of the Christ is expected to initiate a 2,100-year Aquarian age. So it's the age of Aquarius. 2025 marks the end of the first 49 cycle, or 7 times 7 years, since her teachings on this subject began to disseminate widely. And this cycle is considered a preparatory period for humanity, a time for spiritual renewal. Bailey suggests that by 2025 there could be a significant increase in spiritual awareness, potentially accelerating the process of Christ's reappearance, or at least setting the stage for it. This year is viewed as a milestone where humanity might collectively move towards more enlightened practices and governance. And some followers of Bailey's teachings anticipate that by 2025 there could be visible signs of the spiritual hierarchy's work becoming more exoteric or material, perhaps through new religious movements, global spiritual gatherings, or renewed interest in esoteric teachings, and so on. All right, so that's 2025 stuff. And also, obviously, we have Project 2025 wiki. All right, Tucker Try, thanks for the donation. Epic stuff. $10 super chat, guys. Tucker Try, super fan, and super chat. Thanks and congrats. Never give up, never surrender. We aren't going anywhere. Yep, for sure. Definitely epic stuff here. And also, last one, guys. Project 2025, and then I'll go through the actual notes work. I'm just going through each one of these thumbnails right, or part of the thumbnail. So Project 2025 is the presidential transition project of Trump's team, or people connected to him, and they were starting it way back in 2022, and basically you're going to shift the new major shift to it, and so on. What I'll do is, again, you can go read this here. Let's just see what Grok says, and we'll go through it. We'll get a new one here. Summarize the controversial aspects of Trump's project. Okay, why can't Jesus or Lazarus be resurrected when Travis Walton wasn't? Who's Travis Walton? Yeah, Death of Censors. Her book is a teaching behind the United Nations Lucis Trust, formerly Lucifer Trust, the official spirituality of the United Nations. Yeah, no, yeah, I already covered that earlier in the stream. I'm gonna go right here. You had a video right here. The Discovery. I don't get copyright music. Is this the Qumran Caves, or is this the high stuff? Okay, what is this about? Just summarize what that is about. I don't want to get copyright stuff. We'll watch it. Maybe I'll have a look at it after. Was this guy getting high and playing it? This is the Discovery, 200,000 views. In the film, we reveal a groundbreaking experiment that could change everything we think we know about our universe. We're projecting a diffracted laser on your surface and ingesting DMT. You can see the code running through reality, suggesting strongly that we live in a digital world. All right, let's go. All right, let's go, guys. Let's see this guy here. Okay, another way This paper clips. Which Dremel spin up the wheel? Oh, I got to have a warning of this guy. The Dremel's gonna wreck your gyro. I'll tell him that soon. Okay. Going back. Okay. So I asked ChatGPT. Okay. So we'll go right here. Project 2025, spearheaded by the Heritage Foundation, has been at the center of the controversy for several reasons. Expansion of presidential powers. The project proposes the implementation of a unitary executive theory, which would place the entire federal bureaucracy, including independent agencies like the Department of Justice, under direct presidential control. This is seen by critics as a move towards authoritarian governance, enhancing the president's ability to implement policies without checks and balances, and replacement of career civil servants. It suggests replacing thousands of government employees with political appointees or AI robots soon, effectively politicizing the federal workforce. This is perceived as an attempt to dismantle what supporters of the project called the quote deep state, but critics see as undermining the nonpartisan nature of government service. Elimination of federal agencies. Proposals include the complete elimination of agencies like the Department of Education. It's not a bad idea. Which is a significant point of contention, as it would drastically alter federal involvement in education. This has led to debates over the role of federal government. Anyways, let's see the next one. Social and cultural policies. Aims to end to diversity, equity, and inclusion DAI programs, viewing as part of the quote woke ideology, and enforce conservative values on topics like abortion, immigration, environmental protection, and so on. Yeah, abortion and reproductive rights. The basically concerns will take that away. Climate change and environmental regulations. A project calls for the rollback of climate change policies. So far, there isn't too much stuff besides the expansion of presidential power. That's a big one. Basically, it's going to do everything is just going to be executive mumbo jumbo without the illusion of democracy. We never had it anyways, but at least we had it in illusion. And public perception, political strategy, and mumbo jumbo. Anyways, that's just a bunch of random stuff there. Because that's that stuff. And now I'm gonna continue watching this video. I'm gonna continue to watch the video and lower my chair and just get some coffee in me. Okay, how so many truth seekers fell for Trump is still hard to grasp with desperation. I was saying, well again, it's not hard to be better than the mainstream mumbo jumbo stuff. So that's why you have like guys like Trump or even Alex Jones speaking. If you speak any remote amount of truth, people, it's like a breath of fresh air. But again, it's still nonsense. On the grand scheme of things, because we got this stuff. We got literally tech turns the entire steel skyscrapers to dust. All right, guys, I'll play this and I'll lower my desk for a bit.
Blue sky, crisp edges. That's not dust settling on it. And then it comes to the point where it no longer has crisp edges. And dustifies. You can see it turning to dust. You can see it turning to dust. Now it isn't tipping over in any particular direction. See how the dust cloud is sort of wrapping around. You can see it turning to dust. So you can tell there's not much time has passed between those two images. Here's Tower 1 coming apart. How's it going to go straight down? You can see it turning to dust. And then it turns to dust. 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 Just faints and dustifies. Pretty neat trick.
All right. Anyways, we got some comments here. Right here, Dre Winter, Project 2025 also proposes a step towards a federal Sunday Sabbath adherence. Interesting. And then I think Matt in the chat says, some other guy says that Trump has nothing to do with Project 2025. That's like saying Trump has anything to do with anything. He's just a puppet. He's just, he doesn't have anything to do with even the presidency. But again, it's all just smokes and mirrors. Right here, and then this guy says, this one here, Elijah Jack, in my opinion, with this Twin Tower video, doesn't turn to dust, but leaves dust suspended. Okay, anyways, that's absolute, complete and utter nonsense. This is literally turning dust. This is 900 feet. 900 feet. This is the almost as tall as the Eiffel Tower, and it's not nowhere on the ground. So again, in this stream, this turns to dust. If you can't see that, and again, like I said in the description, entire steel skyscrapers turning to dust on live television in front of the entire world, yet only visible to those with eyes to see. So again, I don't know how could you not see that, Elijah attack? Just like wake up. And again, it's nowhere on the ground. Not only is it nowhere on the ground. Here, I'll show this photo right here. This is I posted on my Telegram. After much thought, these photos, after much thought, I have to say the most powerful photos of 9/11 are the ones showing the exterior lobby columns of the Twin Towers still standing perfectly vertical. All right. So again, if you look at this right here, this is just absolutely remarkable. Look at what we're seeing right here. So these are the South Tower. The exterior steel columns are still standing. Do you guys have a grasp of what I'm saying? These were there before 9/11 and stood there after. This is the bottom part. All right, and these are still standing exactly where they were. And notice how we have the perfectly removed bolts on the top. These aren't cut off or anything. It's just like the entire side of it, everything removed on top of it, like 100 stories removed on top. And the bolts are removed here. These are all the same three column section here, where they would put it like puzzle pieces. So every three you have them all together. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so you have three together, and there's this giant hole here that the bolts are removed, and it's literally removed laterally, without twisting or anything. But there is like some sort of weird like 3D print cutout right here. But anyways, this is still standing there. So in other words, nothing fell on top of it. I can't stress this enough. This photo is absolutely remarkable. This was taken by a firefighter who's friends with a subscriber that sent me these, and both of them know 9/11 will turn to dust. All right, Donald Trump photo looks fake. Photoshop also according to Sobrell, and these photos are real. I don't know what this guy's talking about. I'm awake. I can disassemble matter. All right. Anyways, I don't know what that means. No, but the videos are pretty clear. Well, even without looking at the video, there's a 900-foot spire. That's the core columns. It's as tall as Eiffel Tower, and it's nowhere found. You just look at this, the tower, the entire thing turned to dust. And now here it is again. There's the exterior column still standing where they were, and this sphere is above the rubble. There it is from a windowsill looking down. So literally, these are like nothing crushed them, or it's not even tilted sideways. And again, these are the exterior columns before the towers fell. Can you guys see this? This is before all this fell on it. Yet this is what's standing, not the top part. The bottom is what's standing. Yeah, remember, these bottom parts are what's standing. These bottom parts are what's standing. All right, this is what remains. All right. Anyways, he knows matter can be dustified. Yeah, I know. Yeah, and that building, the spire one also turned to dust. It's like literally turning dust. It's like dust does not somehow come off it in seconds when it never came on it in like when it was on it in seconds. Like the dust is not suddenly getting on it completely like a magnet, and then once it's turning dust, then it removes it because it's like perfectly crisp. We'll watch this remaining of it.
You can see it turning to dust.
And the other part is it's moving downwards as fast or faster than freefall spin. And this guy's talking about disinfo stuff. Death and Census also pics and FEMA video from 9/11 show all the beams cut at 45. No, not all of them. And a lot of them are cut from the cleanup crew. I mean, all the ones that were cut were cleanup crew. They're not cut by random mumbo jumbo. So, guys, Death and Census, disinfo. Volume up to 11. Okay, sorry about that. Is that when I talk or when I'll lower this right here? You guys, I'll lower this right here. Okay, and then also note electromagnetic interference right here. They find the passports hour after of hijackers in the rubble of Twin Towers. Also, thumb not able to prevent it, but find in no time those hijacker passports. Yeah, that is true. These overpaid CIA, FBI entities. Yeah, they found the passports in like record time. Volume causing distortion. Is that too loud? Is volume too loud or no? Because again, I got some weird issues with my stuff. Like there's no way for me to check what's loud or not. I muted, like my mic is like perfectly muted and it's still too loud.
Pretty neat trick.
Okay, I'm lowering this one.
You can see it turning to dust.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the other part. First of all, it's if you have dust this fine, like Judy Wood says in the actual video, right here. Okay, it's not sticking to it. There's no dust hanging in the air there. So whatever is
Turning to dust.
yeah. So in other words, it's not dust. It's not turning to dust.
It's tipping over.
Because if it's going to be able to move down, and then have a trailing dust, but there was no trailing dust anywhere around it. Like you just had like a little giant pile of dust go on and then move away. Okay. And then also it moves as faster free fall speed and downwards. It's not falling sideways. It's not falling sideways. These core columns were supporting 500,000 tons for 3 decades. I think 33 years, or around there. And then once you remove all the weight, all of a sudden what? Oh, and now it's like instead of going sideways, it falls straight down. Show Elijah at the 2-minute mark. 2 minute, I think. Yeah, we'll do that. We have it at the end as well. And again, Elijah Jack, just watch the full thing. This is straightforward. And again, this is faster free fall. This is an actual explosive stuff. But notice the steel remains, and the steel skyscraper. And if you're not cutting up every single section, would literally be still standing, almost roughly the same height. Look at this bridge; it's still standing. Bridge falls down; it's still the same height. And this one's going down faster than free fall speed. I timed this exactly. This is falling free fall speed. I did it second by second, and this is it's a bit slower and then faster than it. This is faster than it. This is still above the cloud there. Yeah, this is like faster than it. Yeah, it's gone. This is still there. Just Pirate, sorry, just got here. What's up? Yeah, we went over a lot of Alice Bailey 2025 Mama Jumbo. Okay, let's go over here. Death sensors. It is disinfo. Anyways, death sensors. Stop giving me disinfo. They're not cut by thermite or anything. They were. The Freeman guy took a video that killed us. Anyways, just stop talking nonsense. You literally they're cutting it with thermetic lances, like the cleanup crews cutting them, and there's barely any of the steel remaining. Anyways, I just showed you these photos. Barely any steel anywhere. So in other words, stop pushing disinfo. We'll do it later. Thanks for sharing. I'm skeptical by nature. No offense. Yeah, no worries. This video, I've had multiple videos of this compilation. This one just with the music, because it's like we added the person added the music, because it's already pretty straightforward. Here's this footage, and it's going. This is 0.5 speed. I lowered it. And also, if you look at the flashes there, this thing's gonna be flashing. Oh, it's hitting there, but that was my other flashes video.
Yeah, if that thing tipped over, it would take out a few blocks worth of buildings.
Yeah, so if you look right here, perfect blue sky there. All this dust that was dust, it moves away. Nothing is sticking in the air. So if you have super fine dust that's able to stay in the air, how come it's not staying in there right now? Why is it not in the air right now? You have dust on it, and then dust goes away. You have dust on it, dust goes away. Dust is gone. So in other words, whatever's sticking on it is not fine enough to stand in the air. Yeah, pretty neat trick. It is pretty neat trick. And now if you look at these ones also turn to dust. They literally turn to dust right here, and they're gone. These are steel columns turn to dust. They're gone as well. And the key thing is they're not found anywhere on the ground. And this is 900 feet tall. And again, perfect blue sky in the background. And I think this one also turns to dust. And its motion too is dust turning.
Dissipates and dustifies.
Yeah, and moving straight down like how dust would. Alright, so now it's going down. Notice now you have some trailing dust there. But again, you never had any trailing dust even though you had a giant dust cloud move by it. Okay, Elijah taxes. Okay, that was wild, yeah. That's what I mean. It's literally, this is as irrefutable as it gets. And these are the slow motion ones. I have it even super slow motion. And I tell you where to look in this video. So look there. This is these ones zoomed in and they turn dust. Can't have it fall on other buildings, I guess. Yeah, and it's also 900 feet. It would have literally taken out buildings. Like, it would have crushed entire buildings. But this is, again, 900 feet. It's building 7 is 610 feet. So here's the height comparison. North Tower is 1,368 feet. Eiffel Tower is 1,000 feet. Spire's 900 feet. Building 7 is 610 feet. All right?
It no longer has crisp edges.
I'm just going to mute this. And yeah, and it just goes straight down. And it's going, and it moves like it's turning dust too. It's not just like visually. It's literally its behavior. And then here's the height of it. Oh, no, where's the height? I mentioned the height. Yeah. So here.
There's building 7, which is a 47-story building. It's like 650 feet.
No, it's actually there's building 7. There's building 7. That's 610 feet. This is 900 feet. Way higher. Way higher. Yeah, and it goes straight down faster than free fall speed. It's actually faster than free fall speed, so not going down. Right now it breaks line. Okay, straight down vertical. Yeah, so that's Spire stuff. And again, and this photo right here, and this also shows that the rubble did not teleport past this into the basement. You can just look at this and realize, okay, this wasn't crushed by anything. So just by looking at this, you can realize the basement was barely damaged because nothing's going through it. And you could also, just from this image, know that the seismic impact will be very small. If the seismic impact was not small, it would indicate either the data is fabricated or there's some unknown phenomena of seismic energy transfer that's non-conventional. Because there's this alone photo proves that the seismic data is as expected, and the other stuff here. And also, okay, we got depth sensors pushing out weird disinfo. I'm not saying it wasn't direct energy. Anyways, just talking nothing. I was talking about Israeli art students. No, it was Austrian art students, not even Israeli. Gelatin had access to the building for months. They were just some art students. Anyways, Austrian art students. They were the Austrian art group Gelatin, and they were given free boxes and they put it there. But anyways, they were an art student. So this guy, Death of Sensors, is calling this Austrian art student Israeli, and they're saying he had some sort of gelatin explosive. They obviously used traditional demo. No, they didn't. Anyways, I don't have time for this. If it was only direct energy weapons. Just mute for 5 minutes. Okay, well it's Rumbles. You can do whatever you want. But anyways, just stop talking nonsense. If we had more people, it would mute you. So that guy's saying that these Austrian art students, which aren't even Israeli, somehow planted explosives. If you listen to this guy talk, there's not a chance in the world that this skinny art student guy is literally an art student. He's literally an art guy. Like this guy explains his project and so on, and so on. He explains what he was doing there and so on. You listen to him. There's not a chance in the world that he's setting up explosives. Okay. All right, my mouse is like coming off. Okay, my mouse is gone. All right, guys, my mouse is gone. I need to unplug and plug it back in. I'll be back. All right, I'm back. One thing I need to do though is Okay, right here, Ducker tries. The WTC art installations are also evidence. Bent propellers, Skygate, the Sphere, aka Evo, Mangled Beam, and more suspect art before and after. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, like what I mean is, it's not the actual like they're not putting explosives. If they are doing some art, it's probably some more occult, esoteric stuff, predictive programming, stuff like that, and so on. But yeah, and if there were stuff planted, I think the plane parts might have been planted in the building. Yeah, so art students were literally Austrian. And if you look at their Wikipedia, they have some weird art and stuff like that. And again, it just... and you can see that their installation, they just put a random thing here. So again, they're part of the PSYOP stuff, but not part of the... not part of any significance. Like, this is significant. So I'm showing a steel skyscraper turning dust. Now this guy's saying... they are Jewish, okay? This guy he's talking about Jews for some reason. He's talking about Israeli art students for some reason. He's talking about gelatin, and he's saying he's not saying it's not due. I'm literally showing you directed energy weapons right here. Okay, anyways, but it's on Rumble. If it was, I would mute him if he was on Rumble, because he's the only one commenting. So have at it. Anyways, guys, let's continue further in the journey and see what else we had. I have a bunch of other stuff. Okay, so guys, now we're back into the random topics. We did all that. First little hour, no, 2 hours, was literally covering the thumbnail. At least we got a lot of this down pat. All right, so we covered the thumbnail. We have a lot of people, actually. 58 people. 70 people we have in the chat. We peaked out at 60 people. All right, we were back in the 60s, and we had a big dump right here and pumped back again. Probably the computers are glitching. All right, guys, the next one, I'm going to close this right here. The Discovery. This was some DMT and looking at lasers. Interesting. All right, what I'm going to do now is, okay, there's a Spire one. We watched this all. And now I'm going to go over, yeah, so the poll right here. Yeah, so poll results are in, guys, the random topics, and then we'll go back into the into this 2025 stuff. So poll results are in. Blue Bacon is definitely an agent, Freemason, and disinfo clown. So let's check out the poll results right here. Okay, so MES poll, what is Blue Bacon? That was that guy who's hit pieces on me, the one we did a debate. See right here, Death of Sensors. They have a pic with fuse holders code in the background. All right, anyways, stop ignoring evidence. Like, Death the Clown. I think his name is Death of Sensors because he keeps getting censored by people like me that have enough of his disinfo. It's like, well, you can comment there. Just go and comment until more people show up. Then I'll just get rid of you. It's a big piece, not the whole. Of course, friend. What is it? Patsies and psyops. Dancing Israelis had the most damning art of their pre-attack to speculate. They were caught, released, and celebrated in Israel. But again, it's like they're part of the psyop for the alt media. So it's like most alt media have heard of Dancing Israelis. Nobody's heard of a spire turning the dust of like 900-foot Eiffel Tower size steel turning dust in front of her own eyes. Okay, like I literally don't care how many Israelis are dancing. And then there's also Palestinians dancing as well. So it's like, alt media, disinfo alt media, and disinfo mainstream media mirror each other. So you have dancing Palestinians, 9/11. Like you have literally the mirror image is the same exact thing. Even Reuters has a fact check. The CNN fake footage of Palestinians dancing in the street after a terrorist attack. False. CNN used old footage. No, this is false. All around the world, we're subject to 3 or 4 news stations, etc. Anyways, I just said yeah. So they literally said yeah. So they're literally saying they're saying Palestinians were dancing. So anyway, so you have mainstream media saying dancing Palestinians. All right, you have dancing Palestinians, and then you have so we have Death of Sensors misrepresenting everything he said. Anyways, stop talking nonsense. I don't know. I'm like you're literally being what you just called me. Anyways, because I once you acknowledge that the tower's turned to dust, look at the Spire one. Stop ignoring everything I showed you, and like delete your channel. Delete your channel, bro. Like, delete your channel. Stop ignoring everything I said in my channel for years. Okay, anyways. They're caught red-handed. It's no need to deny in favor of any other evidence. No, but I'm just trying to say, it's like, what are they caught dancing? Yeah, I know they're a bunch of clowns, but also the Palestinians are dancing too. I'm just saying they mirror it. Not Palestinians, Israelis. I'm trying to say is the spires turning dust, and also the government. All governments are the same. So Israel is no different than Nigeria. They're all following their own scripted whatever. I'm just adding the discussion. Yeah, but they're patsies. Like once you grasp what they're patsies, like the dancing Israelis are just patsies. They're not have in any way possession of directed free energy technology. It's similar to those Austrian art students. They do not have in any way advanced tech. Okay. Death essential. So the dancing Israelis had nothing to do with the cause. It was directed energy weapons only. Yeah, they're just dancing whatever. And there's dancing Palestinians too celebrating. What I'm trying to say is you're mirroring disinfo stuff. Towers turn to dust, okay? And you're talking about dancing Israelis. Towers turn to dust. Towers turn to dust. And you're talking about dancing Israelis. Absolutely pathetic. Absolute. Like that's why if you bring that on my channel, just please keep it to yourself. I'll explain. Let's leave it. I'll explain myself in the comments. No, I understand, but this stuff, like you have to understand the context as well. I literally don't care, and you're bringing that up to me. I'm talking about like I got motivated by 9/11 and the conspiracy stuff because of advanced free energy tech. I literally don't care who's dancing on 9/11. All right. It's like I literally don't care. You want to go to talk about dancing Israelis and get your channel deleted for the anti-Semitism trap? Go do it. Not on my channel. Going further. All right. Anyway, so poll. Let's go back to the poll. Polls are in. So what is blue bacon? I made a poll before. I said. Oh wait, going right here. Death Sensor. Did I say they didn't turn to dust? Well, no, I didn't. Just what? Tell your whole story. Your whole story. Explosives is disinfo. Okay, explosives is disinfo. Tell your whole story. If you're talking about explosives in any way and with no evidence, I literally don't care. Make a video or something so we can go over it. Make a video. I will examine it live next week. Make a video. Do something instead of just commenting. Like, it's absolutely weird. They were to film the event. Dog found traces. Okay, this guy's talking about traces. Traces of explosive in the van. Stop talking. Stop ignoring evidence. Stop it. This absolute patsy nonsense. This guy says they found traces of explosives in a van. Okay, in a van. We're talking about 500,000 ton buildings turning dust, and this guy's talking about some traces of non-existent explosives. All right, it's absolutely weird to the max. Anyways, go back to this blue bacon. Stop annoying me. Okay, now blue Death of Sensors is being mean. He's calling me F off. Just go 5 minutes. Okay, he's muted for being mean. It's absolutely really weird. Okay, this is weird. This was weird indeed. Communication breakdown. Yeah, write it up. Something is again. You have to understand the context. I literally don't care. It's like you need to get it something that I am even like willing to even look at. So make it concise. I'll read it out. If you have something interesting, send me an email. Email me if you have any decent info to share. So email me that instead. I literally don't bring it up in the chat if I'm not interested in this. I literally you have to. So email me, even that Death of Sensors guy. If you have anything interesting, email me. Don't wreck the chat by talking nonsense. Anyways, going back here. So blue bacon. He's like got the quote debate. I made a poll. I said, what does blue bacon choose? All that apply. And number one was 66% voted government agent. You can vote multiple ones. I voted all of them except crime scene investigator. That's probably him. He probably voted in. And then 41% clown, 50% Freemason. So Freemason is the second one, and then clown is third. So blue bacon is definitely a government agent, Freemason, and clown. All right. 33 and 66. Interesting. Freemason should have had one or the other. Oh, that is interesting. On host with lots of input at the same time. An actor didn't schedule the military drills. That is true. Okay. Look at the drills around. Yeah, there's literally entire military drills, and we're talking about some dancing Israeli. That's obviously part of the PSYOP. Like it's like no one caught them red-handed. They're literally there and they're like on the news and stuff. Dancing Israelis late night show. I think they're on it as well. And then you also have movies about these as well. I think they were on the TV show. I think. Images news. I think they were on it or something. Anyways, but it's like when people talk about it, they don't talk about the evidence. Towers turn it down. We're talking about dancing Israelis. Like I literally don't care. All right. Anyways, enough of that disinfo nonsense. Going further, new poll, guys. New poll. What is your favorite vaccine ingredient? So this one's an epic one. So guys, what is your favorite vaccine ingredient? Go and vote. What is your favorite vaccine ingredient? I voted aluminum adjuvants. That basically enhances the immune response. Formaldehyde or something. It's another dangerous chemical. Fetal cell lines, mRNA/DNA, or parts of viruses. See the comments right here. Carbon camera, who admits vaccines are not safe? 2019. This is 2019 from Natalie Revisionist. And then Amadura Su Solar, I chose parts of viruses because it's too funny. And RNA is a computer equivalent of code that is going to be executed with random degradation on the latest vaccines. Nothing like executing random instructions inside our cells for getting random results and making life more exciting. There should be an entry for lipid nanostructures that allow passing the brain barrier. Interesting. And then I was going to put, I forgot to put a nanotech as well. Yeah, so like the metal nano chips or something. Anyways, guys, vote on it. Vote on this, guys. What is your favorite Vax ingredient? All right, and then we'll get the results next week. So Patreon, also this one here, we'll do this after. I'll go over some more 2025 because we got off on a tangent, and then we'll get back on here. Actually, before we get to that, I'll read this comment, Epic 911 comment, and then there's some other stuff I haven't covered from weeks ago or months ago, right here, and then we'll go over some of this stuff. All right, because we already did a lot of 2025 stuff, so I'm gonna read this out. So this is an epic comment. XCAN44. There's a lot of hubbub within mainstream science in regards to a grand unified theory. Is it possible that such a field of physics or outside of mainstream was understood many decades ago? Yeah, and utilized to bring forth the destruction of the Twin Towers? Yes, that is the key. It's not just hidden tech. It's hidden science. It's hidden reality, hidden psychology. It's like a lot of stuff that's hidden. That's like too powerful. They just hide it. And also hidden reality. So a field of physics that was discovered, that was considered fringe in 2001, and still to this day is on the cutting edge of research in the vast majority of higher educational institutions. The true weapon of mass destruction was unveiled before the world as a dark magic show. Weapons based on a technology that is capable of delivering limitless and clean electrical power to everyone on the planet. The trolls are in full swing as they desperately attempt to poo-hoo the evidence. They hurl insults at us like enraged chimps fleeing poop at people. Ultimately, we know what we know, and we don't know what we don't know. Critical thinking is as free as the energy bottle that was uncorked on 9/11. Free and open thought is the one thing that can take that nobody can take away from the self. They can use psychological techniques to make us think we're crazy and wrong, but they can't take away our understanding. Thanks, MES, and keep pushing forward no matter how many trolls and disinformants try to lower your vibes. Gets set for the wild ride that is sure to be 2025. Let's go. All right, guys. 2025 is going to be absolutely epic stuff here. We got Alice Bailey, a deep occultist, talking about the externalization of the hierarchy. Got spiritual interdimensional beings coming here with their own version of a savior to unify our religions. All right, so that's 2025. All right, guys. Now we're gonna go power through here, and then I'm gonna go finish off the random stuff. See here. So 2025 preview, and also as I told before, and if you guys looked at my Telegram, I've said Bitcoin is going to pump way before, let's say, election as well. Even at the election, I said right here, after every election, Bitcoin pumps and never looks back because every president promises and does to devalue the dollar. And this is at the election. This is 2025, 2021, 2026, 2013. This is the price of Bitcoin. Right when it hits November on the election year, it never goes back to that low. And this was, I was saying, it was like 63,000 or something like that. And and now it's like it went over 100,000. So anyways, it will never go back to 63,000. I'll just keep printing it. And the reason I'm bringing this up is, again, if you look at Bitcoin, I've been talking about for a while, and it's pumping. And the other one is XRP. I actually wrote an article way back, and it's also pumping. But I also think XRP is going to have an interesting year in 2025, and Hive in 2025 as well. And this one is a documentary I saw in way before. So a lot of people talk about Great Reset. This was 5 years ago, January 30th, 2019. And if you look at XRP price, and this guy was doing Great Reset, and he was saying that XRP is going to be part of the new Great Reset financial system, and there's the price, and it had some weird ups and downs because of government regulations or psyops. As of 2019, it's done like 10x since then. Yeah, and it's probably going to go up higher and higher. And if you want to see a video, this is 2019 talking about the Great Reset to a level playing field, and that XRP's role as basically the bridge asset to all assets. Are going to basically digitize every single asset and property and money and currency, and then into digital ledgers or into digital currencies or digital assets, NFTs, etc., or just digital versions of their physical assets. So if you have a house, you'll turn it into a digit, you'll turn it into an actual token, which can be traded. So instead of like selling your house, you can put it on the blockchain and then sell. Let's say you sell 0.1% of it, or you loan out 5% of it, or you go buy some coffee with 0.0001% of your house. And again, the XRP ledger is pretty much partnered with every single globalist entity out there, and this was 2019, and 2025 is looking like the year of. Let's see, if you go XRP, 2025 is gonna. I think the company that created Ripple is gonna go public in 2025, and you're gonna have a lot of news coming out in 2025. I think they pretty much have regulatory clarity. I think Ripple, SEC 2025. That's when the lawsuit's probably going to be removed. News. Yeah, so this is some articles right here. 1 day ago, will XRP price surge in 2025? XRP SEC approves Ripple ETF. Well, yeah, it's going to have an ETF, exchange tradable fund, and so on. I think there's going to be some regulatory. I haven't looked too much in there. And they also launched their RUSD. And one thing I noticed is, I think, what is his name? RUSD. You also have the Reese report. CBDCs, or stablecoins. And he also mentioned XRP now, because XRP has a stablecoin coming out. Bitcoin, the future of financial freedom. When did he post this one? This is, yeah, I think, and then he talks about, and if you watch this right here.
Platforms, Bitcoin America is paying attention to escape.
So it does exactly.
Where's the
test of the U.S. government? He was recently interviewed early Bitcoin advocate Rod.
And again, yeah, the digital currencies, it's all part of the overall shift to digitize everything, and so on. Okay, where is the Reese report? He mentioned XRP in one of them, RUSD. Let's go to, how do you see what his latest posts are? How do you even, like, use... Oh, those are paid. Big book clubs, and oh, this is a cashless society. Okay, I'll play some of this right here. This is the
the cryptography of anonymous Ripple XRP is released to the public, and today, 4 years after that, paper is introduced to the public. 4 years after that, so, in 2012. Ripple XRP. I'll play
some of this. Hopefully, I don't get copyright strike.
Able to identify the source of.
If
why there's no stop button? There's like no stop button. I'm like, okay, there it is. I'll play some of this right here, and then I'll go over some of my thoughts on this. So positive for Ripple. World currencies crashed when Bitcoin hit $1. Then another major crash, 100, then so on. We in bad shape. No, it's gonna crash after the pump. The bull cycle hasn't ended yet, so and Bitcoin's just going to be a digital gold. It's going to go get to $1 million by 2030, in my humble, or 2030 or 2035, but around there. Uses Telegram channel. Okay, what is mine? Uses. Okay, why is it just
This year before the election.
If crypto is going to define the future, I want to be mined, minted, and made in the USA. It's going to be. It's not going to be made anywhere else. And if Bitcoin is going to the moon, as we say, it's going to the moon, I want America to be the nation that leads the way. And that's what's going to happen.
Nobody has been able to identify the source of the Bitcoin algorithm. It was originally published in a white paper on Halloween of 2008. Just as the economy was crashing, Bitcoin was put into practice by its own users, who proceeded to get insanely rich and spread the word of cryptocurrency. But the true origin of cryptocurrency can be found in the early days of Silicon Valley, with the CIA, Mossad, and their pedophile blackmail operations, managing the operation.
Let's go.
from the
Oh,
start. In 1997.
All right, let's go. All right, it calls it right off the bat. Oh, I can't play this. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm gonna go to Reese Report on Telegram. It's just so hard to use Substack. Like do they not use YouTube ever? Like YouTube's the actual one that's like decent. I'm gonna go Reese Report. Reese Report. Okay, where's the? Now talking about aliens on Earth. Okay, this is one here. Let's play this here.
Bitcoin.
Just as the economy currency. But the true origin of cryptocurrency can be found in the early 97 by a member of the IC can be found in the early days of Silicon Valley with the CIA
Where's the
on how
there it is.
currency. But the true origin of cryptocurrency can be found in the early days of Silicon Valley with the CIA, Mossad, and their pedophile blackmail operations, managing the operation from the start. In 1997, the NSA published How to Make a Mint, the Cryptography of Anonymous Electronic Cash. Ripple was formed in 2004 by a member of the INSA and a descendant of one of the most powerful banking families of Europe. 4 years later, in 2008, the banks crash and the Bitcoin white paper is introduced to the public. 4 years after that, in 2012, Ripple XRP is released to the public, and today it is being considered for its new stablecoin. Stablecoins, such as Ripple's RLUSD, are digital versions of fiat currencies. While Bitcoin may arguably be a decentralized currency, stablecoins can be programmed and tracked as easy as any CBDC can. It's the same thing, just a different name. And
not necessarily. No, that's a misleading one. Stablecoin is just pegged. It's just stable. It's not a CBD. It's not central bank digital currency. And there's different kinds. You can have ones that are anonymous. You can have ones that are actually backed by the dollar or not backed by anything. And the ledger is just public. Like the XRP one, they can't. If you use the RUSD, they can't do anything about it. Unless you're like a big player and you want to cash out to the bank directly that holds the USD, and they're gonna know who you are, so they're gonna obviously look at KYC mumbo jumbo. So when you deal with Ripple and stuff like that or XRP, think of just KYC, but they can't stop your transaction like on the ledger, actual directly.
Appears as if this is the direction the Trump administration will be going. Who needs a central bank when you have BlackRock? Preparations for a cashless society go back for well over a century. It was once considered to be the biggest threat in America. And
this was actually released on my birthday, January 15, 1988. This is Get Ready for World Currency.
Now, people will be happy enough to just get the men out of the girls' bathroom. Based on the team surrounding Trump 47 so far, it is clear that nobody in power is resisting the AI world being built around us. Peter Thiel, who is clearly a proxy of the CIA, has not only pioneered digital money, he is the front man for Palantir, which was funded by the CIA. Palantir is a technology that is now being used in predicting who will commit a crime. It has access to everyone's private devices and is used by both military and police.
Next, our commander wants to disrupt enemy communication.
All right. Let's see. Going back here, and I think he had more stuff. Anyways, goes on to tracking stuff like that. But yeah, it does have a good point right here. Okay, we started watching a gardening channel, but Matthew's Solution's still in chat. Interesting. YouTube is way after. A good point. Girls out of the bathroom is definitely a psyop. Yeah, no, definitely. I think almost everything's a psyop. Even like abortion's a psyop. I think, different genders are psyops. I think dancing Israelis are psyops. Every single thing is a distraction from towers turn to dust technology. Anyways, going back to the currencies. So Ripple, they just created the RUSD right now, and so it's just a stable. So the thing is, people realize it's a stable coin means it's not a token by itself. So let's say you can eventually anyone, or actually now you can pretty much create any stablecoin you want, or eventually they'll be very easy for anyone to do it. So for example, let's say you have $100, you put in your bank, and now you can use a third party or put on the blockchain, tokenize it. So now you'll have $100 of crypto, and then you're trusting that crypto you can exchange it back for your USD and so on. But anyways, the current ones like the Tether, CBDC, and all that. USDC. So you can go to CoinMarketCap. The biggest one is Tether right now, and you can see the volume out. You can see the volume right here of Tether. This is a stable coin. Its volume is 3 times as much as Bitcoin, even though the market cap is over a 10x less. Because it's an actual currency. You actually use it. Bitcoin people just buy and hold. So people just literally just buy and hold. That's all Bitcoin is going to be, is just buy and hold. Because it's super slow, and they made it on purpose so that they don't use it for transactions. It's just gold. So Bitcoin, gold. So if you look at Bitcoin and gold, this is the gold market cap is 18 trillion. Bitcoin right now is 1.5 trillion, or around there. Oh no, this is before. Now it's overtaken silver. So Bitcoin's more than silver. So and it's just a store of values. People buy that, and illustrate what I mean by a store of value. Gold. And then stock market. To give you an example, I made this right here. So if you put go back here. So here, this price right here is a price of the S&P 500. So S&P 500 is basically, you just put in the stock market just takes an average of the 500 top stocks. So if you start off from when they took out the gold out of the, when they debased the currency, where they took out, when they removed the gold from backing the currency. So it was a fiat currency. There's nothing backing it. So you can't. What it means by backing it is if you have, let's say, $100 and it's backed by gold, you can go to a government or a bank and exchange it for gold. Now you can't do that. And since they stopped doing that, if you look at the chart of the S&P 500 from 1970, so this is a log chart. So if you put $100 in 1970-ish, that's worth 1,000. It's over. It's going to be over 1,000. So it did more than a 10x. This is a log scale. This is 100,000. So it's about 20x. So if you put $100 now, you would have 20,000. You would have $2,000. I think it's more than that. But then if you compound it and so on, I think I had a compounding chart. So here is what I had right here. So the S&P 500 averages 10% annual return. Yeah. So if you took that 10% and you just compound it in, you just compound 10% of the S&P 500, and so $10,000 right there. After let's say that was from 1970. And then after 55 years, you have $2 million. That's just compounded 10%. So if you just compound 10% every year, that's you would have that much, $2 million from 10,000 to 2 million, 2.5 million in 55 years. Except except that's priced in USD. But if you price it in gold from 1928. So if you price an S&P 500 in gold, it's the exact same thing. It's literally just follows the exact same curve. So what I'm trying to illustrate is the S&P 500 averages 10.7%. It's literally the same as gold. It's like if you price it in gold, nothing changed. So when the stock market, the only reason it goes up is because the currency is being devalued more and more. So that this is literally, I think I made a devalued. Yeah, and this is that chart right here. So basically, as I print more and more, This can buy less and less, but at the same time you have increased population as well. So it's not as drastic as this. Because population increase as well, so there's just more demand for everything, so everything gets more expensive, and so on. So that's that. But then going back here, so Tether right here, this one, these have banks where you can go and actually exchange it for USD. But the downside is all these are done by centralized companies, and eventually they're obviously going to do KYC and make sure everyone has an ID and track and trace who you are. But if you want to use an actual, I think the actual free stable coin, like the actual freedom one where there's no KYC, is if you use Hive. So if you go use Hive, you can literally stake in HBD and it's backed by Hive, and you can literally exchange it for Hive at 1 USD worth. So it's not backed by any actual dollar. It's an algorithmic one, but that's been able to hold its peg for years. And the key thing about this is you literally have countries in, let's say, borehole Hive dollar. You literally have people in like Nigeria and stuff earning USD, but as a stable coin in the Hive blockchain, as opposed to their own currencies, and they're literally funding, and then they're literally able to create boreholes to get water. So like all these are done on the Hive blockchain. Like these are all funded by the Hive blockchain in random places like this place. So all these boreholes was all funded, literally, and you got all these guys wearing Hive t-shirts, and all this was funded almost, pretty much because of a couple things around the Hive blockchain. One of them is the stable coin. So you can earn currencies, you can earn a stable USD currency that's much more stable than their currency. While their currency is going down, even Canada's is going down. The whole world's going down while US is going up relative to them. And then US eventually goes down as well relative to Bitcoin and other currencies, other like digital ones. And anyways, so what I'm trying to illustrate here is what I'm trying to illustrate is you can do a lot of good stuff with digital currencies as well, but the Hive one. Anyways, continue further right here, and the reason is, anyways, this is my speculation. Also, a bias report. I'm heavily invested in both of them, Hive and XRP. So XRP is pretty much like going to be all the banks is going to be connected to it for super quick transactions, but KYC one, and a Hive on the back end will be basically I think the only censorship, like true censorship resistant platform in the world that's actually easy to use and free transactions. That like all the stuff right here is on Hive. And to illustrate how powerful it is, I started putting right here. I started putting in all the 499 first responders witness testimony of 9/11 on the Hive blockchain, and you can pretty much put this on free for in text form. So I had it was 7,000 pages of the PDF report. So far I've gotten 11, and I use Grok AI to sort out the stuff. So if you look at how much I have right here, this is all just text, all in one page. I'll eventually have 7,000 pages in one page, and I made so far $8. Divide by 2, $8. I made $8 USD just by posting this. Anyways, and this will all be fed into the Hive public blockchain, where AI models can be trained on it, and there's one being trained on it in Leo AI. There's a current one being trained on it, Leo AI, it's gonna come out probably 2025. So you have Leo AI is gonna come out. It's gonna be on the blockchain, and all the data is on here. So as opposed to a black box, whatever, and it's gonna be open source. So you can also start using it. You can literally copy and paste the Leo AI, modify the stuff up towards your own bias and so on. Anyways, this is some epic stuff here. This is 2025. That was me plugging in Hive and XRP. And Hive, so XRP pumped. But if you do buy again, if you buy anything you buy, not financial advice, it can go up or down. Like Hive can go up or down, but Hive is a good price at the moment. But for long term thinking, if you're buying, think long term. And one thing you do is, if you do buy, the lowest risk one is you literally buy HBD, stake it, get 15% APY, 15% APY, and then use that rewards to buy crypto like Bitcoin or Hive and so on, and stack up, and use the blockchain as well. And you can also use in Leo right here, which is like literally becoming a X replacement, and you can earn crypto and so on. And like this, this Dash posted made 45 cents and so on, and it's like Twitter, but on the blockchain, no one can censor. You own your own stuff and so on. Anyways, we are good to go. How long do you stream for? I go until I can like stop. 3 or 4 hours. So we were 3.5 hours. I'm gonna go power through with enough crypto stuff. The other part is XRP SEC regulatory clarity in 2025, and it's also some big stuff, and also GTA 6 release in 2025. So I think I'm gonna go some more stuff here. But the other big thing is, because we're talking about 2025, search up 2025 in MES Links Telegram and look through each one. I have 47 posts on here, and I think GTA is coming out. So this is probably the biggest one. GTA 6 trailer leaked 1 day early, and interestingly, the game's coming out on 2025. So the game's literally coming out, GTA 6, I think. 6, 2025. This is like the most anticipated video game launch of all time. It's official, we're getting GTA 6 in 2025. At Chip, when he has me on, we do 5 hours. Yeah, that was I remember that 9/11 revisionist. He's like, it'll just be 2 hours. 5 hours later. No, 9/11 has infinite info. Anyway, so 2025 in the fall is coming. And in the fall, I think that's when the bull market will be over by. So basically, if you're buying crypto, make sure to cash out. Have an exit strategy to cash out once you're up decent, or even if you're not up decent. If you're thinking if it's like if everything's up and if Bitcoin's up a lot, like my prediction is gonna be 180. I think before I had 124,000. I think it's going 180,000, and then dumps back down to like 90,000 or 100,000 in a year. But anyways, in the fall next year, make sure you profit out big time, and then repeat the cycle. Don't get too greedy. and then after that, you have GTA 6 coming out. So that's usually how the psyops work, or the cycles work. Yeah, when you have 23 years of distant photo exposed, it takes a couple of hours. Yeah, definitely. And speaking of that, we have some Richard Gage stuff that I got from you. All right, some other stuff right here. Okay, and also 2025, the big one. This is a potential one. Dr. Judy Wood 2025 MES live stream. Well, I'm putting this into the ether. So John Hutchison says, I wonder. He saw this video, Spire Justification. I wonder how Wood is doing. We hear so close. Yeah, we were close some years ago. She stayed with me. Fun lady. I got pictures of us, and we traveled. Great footage. Also, I've seen a collapse of a bridge, second Narrows. I often wonder how Wood is. Many other videos are hidden away on 9/11 or even satellite photos. I accidentally got onto live Google Earth, but never could find that again. Called something Telemon. Anyways, so John is an interesting character. He is a bit autistic and a bit out there, but he is autistic genius. Anyways, especially when you talk to him, he definitely looks like someone who's spent like decades inside a machine shop and lab. Anyways, so I wrote to him, last I heard Dr. Judy Wood is doing well, taking care of her chickens at home. I've asked her to join a future live stream, so hopefully she gets on the show. And he says, awesome. When I knew her, she had 2 cats. I have a blogger with her stuff, but I and internet don't get along too complex. Yeah, too complex, or LOL, yes, get her on. Yeah, get on live stream. Mentioned to her, I now live, and he says, mentioned to her, I now live in Redwoods. Ken Shoulders passed away some years ago. Thanks, Matthew. And I wrote, yeah, I've seen that blogger. Here's some links of photos of you and Judy. And here's the blogger site you made for her. So he made this site for her. He made this site for her, blogger one. John has a whole bunch of photos. Some of them are a bit out there. And there's Judy Wood in the Vancouver apartment lab. Oh, whoops. I can't even open this. You gotta open it like this. So there's Judy Wood, a rare photo of her in the command station of John Hutchison's Vancouver lab there. And there's John with Andrew Johnson. Okay, I don't know what just happened. Okay, I have to like open in a new image. There's John with Andrew Johnson. I think this is at the Pentagon. This is at the Pentagon, yeah. There's the Pentagon. It definitely looks like the Pentagon. Because they went to Washington, D.C., I think, to protest. And there is, or do the interview. And there's the Pacifica Radio Network. Okay, I think this was before their interview. Yeah, this is before the interview there. There's her in the power station. Yeah. So again, Judy Wood, if you're listening, because I've heard you have seen some of the live streams. If you're listening, Feel free to join the live stream anytime, any place, even if I have to go visit your chickens. Actually, I had a chicken for literally like a few months. It's chicken. I think I posted it before. Oh no, this was before I posted it there. I'll see if I can find it off here. Yeah, I had a chicken called Larry. Chicken or Larry. Let's see if I can pop out Larry. Larry, where's Larry? Okay, where's Larry? Okay, let's see. This is, I think it's before I had a beard. Okay, there's my chicken. Okay, there's me before a beard a couple years ago. Okay, and there's the bird right there. Yeah, there's Larry in the background. There's Larry in the background. There's me when I didn't have a beard. And I think there was another. I had some more photos of the chicken. I can't find them. Oh my goodness, I had so many photos of Larry. Anyways, I'll try to find those and post theirs. I had a chicken for a little and he's pooping everywhere. He never pooped on me until the day he left. He just started pooping all over me. So that was interesting. We gave him to a farm. You looked older without the beard. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, and then there's another photos right here. Okay, that was Judy Wood there. And there's this one here, some other rare photos of here, John Hutchison. There's John Hutchison, summer 2008. I can't even open this. Okay, I'm going to have to open these like this. Okay, there's John Hutchison, I think on a ferry or something. And there's him looking at some guns and so on. He has so many guns, it's ridiculous. Okay, there's John on this one here. I'll just share the one. I have it scheduled later in this tweet. I'm later on my Telegram. Okay, if I go to my Telegram, and I have some scheduled for, I think, tomorrow morning. Okay, this one is a view from the top of the World Trade Center. And this is, I have some toasted bus stuff. I have a whole bunch of toasted bus photos scheduled later today. And now here's some rare photos of Judy Wood and John Hutchison. There's Judy Wood, John Hutchison. I think I forgot which bridge that is. This is 2008. All right. There's Judy, and I'm not sure who this is. Okay, and there's Judy in some sort of power station. Okay, or some battleship or something. All right, so there's Judy. And there's her in a giant tree. There's Hutchison in a giant tree. And there's her standing on a rock. There's also on a rock. And I'm not sure where this is. Some Japanese restaurant or something. And this is Vera's or something? Venus or something. Okay, anyways. And this was a presentation that they're doing, Hutchison Effect, and she did her presentation, and he did his on Hutchison Effect on 9/11. I forgot where that is, and so on. Okay, so that's that. Okay, so that was this stuff. I think, what else do we have here on the show? Okay, so Trump, yeah, so, okay, this one here, and then we'll go back into the random stuff, and then pretty much end the stream. So, Trump buying Canada, Greenland, and Panama in 2025? Okay, and so what's interesting is, I put this here. I've seen some good footage today going through those video marathon. Oh, are you talking about the Hutchison Effect footage? Yeah, yeah, definitely. And the Hutchison Effect. So Bob Greener is going to do an experiment. I mean, he's replicate again next year, but he's going to pay for John Hutchison's. Like he says, he'll pay for his trip, and John wants me to go. And yeah, so if that's happening, I'm definitely going to go. So and guys, make sure to donate, and I'll be there at John Hutchison's and Bob Greener's replication attempt. And John is literally in the works right now trying to find parts and so on to replicate the anti-gravity and Hutchison Effect and so on, and I will help him in any way possible. Yeah, so they'll be pretty epic. Anyways, so Trump, so we're here. So Trump's told Justin Trudeau that his tariffs destroyed that if his tariffs destroyed Canada and the country could not survive without ripping off the U.S. a tune of $100 billion a year, then Canada should be the United States' 51st state, with Trudeau serving as his governor. All right, so that's Trudeau serving as governor, and then Fox News is talking about Trump's going to eyeing Greenland and Panama Canal. So is he going to buy Canada and Greenland and Panama? And I'm thinking 2025. And the reason 2025 is because in 2026, again, all this is a script. Okay, it's like I don't know how long to tell people. It's all giant script. There is no like. It's like I found some some masterminds of 9/11 were actually these dancing Israeli guys. Like, who cares? All right. United 2006 FIFA World Cup bid. So United, and it's called United. I didn't even know that. So the World Cup bid, it's called United 2006, and it's not in one country. It's for soccer, so it's not in one country. It's a North American bid. It was a successful joint bid led by the United States Soccer Federation together with the Canadian Soccer and Mexican Football Federation to host the 2006 FIFA World Cup in the United States, Canada, and Mexico. So you literally have a 3-country, a North American union. It's a preview of union, like European Union, in 2026. Literally right after Trump becomes president, and he's talking about buying Panama, buying Mexico, probably Canada, and so on. So we're going to merge it all together. And again, all preview for the United World. All right, guys. Jeremy Bartlett, sorry to be late, tardy to the party. No worries. Blood Moon is a big event in 2005. Interesting. I didn't even know that. Okay, Jimmy. Yeah, thanks for showing up in that Blue Bacon, his live stream, and then going out after him. You get him off his rocker. And that's one thing I realized. Yeah. So if you want to annoy people, like, because I get annoyed when people go after me in the stream. I mean, in the chat. So I when I went on his, I just like annoy the living daylights out of him. And he muted me twice. Okay, 2025 Blood Moon. Who said this Blood Moon 2025? Don't miss these 15 spectacular moon events. March 14th. No way. 3/14. That's Pi Day. Okay, so we have a total lunar eclipse Blood Moon on 2025. I didn't even know this. Unbelievable. Okay, I'm going to put this right here. Yeah, epic stuff. Thanks for sharing that. Blood Moon, 14th Pi Day. And I think Einstein died on Pi Day. Einstein Wiki. Okay, I think he died on Pi Day. Yeah, 14th. So, death of Einstein is the 2025 Blood Moon. Okay, it's going to be absolutely wild. It's going to be Blood Moon, and I think that's going to be I think a local top for Bitcoin too. So Bitcoin's going to go to 130K and then crash after the Blood Moon. And then go back to 180K. Anyways, I'm just doing some occult speculation. And also, if you do invest on any of my advice, give me 10% of the profits and 0% of the losses. All right. Okay, so now we've pretty much done all the 2025 stuff, and that's how many people we have. And we have 43 people. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go watch them again. And then I'll finish off with some of the stuff I didn't end up finishing off here from my random topics and so on. And I'll put on something for the show. So I'll put on some Hutchison effect now. So while I go, I'm going to put on some rare Hutchison effect footage. And again, this footage, it took me a lot of work to put all these together. This is literally never before seen footage. Some of these are straight anti-gravity. We'll go right here. And I'll go watch. I'm going to go to this one right here. This plastic bottle, a Clorox bottle. John says, yeah, the aluminum foil actually got stuck inside it. Like, it got stuck on it. They had to cut it out and see what happens. Yeah, so aluminum foil got stuck, like, merged with it. So I'm going to go where's the hovering? Okay. I'm going to go right here. Actually, I want to go to the bottle one's cool. This one here is super cool because if you fast forward it, you can notice it compresses at the same time it levitates. Okay, this is 6 hours, guys. Again, to show you how I made these, you go to mes.fm/Hutchison, where I put all the hard drives in. It will go to 133K. 133, okay, Stephen F. called it 133. There it is. So if you, this is 3 terabytes here. I'm paying for this, guys. I'm paying literally $25 a month. Please donate and help fund this. Because I'll be funding it. I'll be paying for it regardless if you donate or not. But it helps me if you pay, please. Bob Beginner speculates that large stone structures were built with our effect. Oh yeah, possibly. But again, we get to speculate. But I definitely need to replicate it. Is the key to the name of the game. So here I put all these together, and look how much the size of these. Again, again, these are uncompressed files of the original footage. 33 gigs, one of them. 32 right here. 12 gigs right here. 10 gigs. So this is 60. This is 65 or 66. plus, yeah, so 72. You have 80. Yeah, this is literally, and then plus another 96 is a compressed one from YouTube. I downloaded from Nancy Hutchinson's YouTube channel. But anyways, this is over 80 gigs, and I compressed it all into this footage right here. So I had to compress them because these are raw footage. Again, you can see the raw footage. You can see much more detail. But anyways, I compressed it for YouTube's sake and put it 6 hours. And I'm gonna play this video while I go wash them. And if you look closely, this bottle gets compressed as it levitates. 3 files so far still processing. I'm not sure what you mean. Where's the still processing? No, sometimes it might be Google Drive, but you can download them. If you can't play them, for some of these, you couldn't play them right away. You have to download them. Download them and watch them. All of them you can download and watch. If it's still, this one is processing is only for Google to show you. If you don't want to download the whole thing, you can actually watch it here. So here's how the footage looks like. And then I put them all together, make sure it's in order, and then here's the bottle, and made it easy to view. I'm gonna play this right here. I'm gonna watch it in the Hutchinson folder. Yeah. Anyways, their processing just means that Google's processing to make it to show them live. Hutchinson folder. I'm showing you the one that's right here. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm literally showing you right here. These are the files. They're right here. This is a Hutchinson file, and the processing just means that Google Drive is taking a while for it to show, but you can download and play it. Regardless of processing, you can go and literally download on your computer, but you're going to have a giant file. You have 33 gigs. So once you're done, you're able to download, you have to delete it or upload to another hard drive or so on. Anyways, I'm going to play this. I'm going to watch it. I'll be back, and then we'll end this. That's it. 3 didn't load. Yeah, you'll have to download it. All right, I'm back. I'm just checking. I'm just looking for that Larry the chicken photos. I can't believe I can't find it. Let's see if I can find it. Larry. Okay, I'll look again. I could have sworn I don't know why it's not here. Anyways, okay, enough of that. Oh, there's Larry. Okay, there's Larry, and I made it some Jurassic Park music on it. Alright. Could have sworn there was more. Okay, let's continue on our journey and try to power through this last remaining stuff. Anyways, now if you play this right here, was this used to demolish turn towers? Yeah, it would turn to dust and levitate, and so on. And another part is, as the towers were turning dust, I think there's some sort of like they probably like held it in place so that it wouldn't crush anything as well. So it's like that's why the columns, the exterior columns, were still standing. So you literally had might have had some levitation as well, so that the nothing strikes the ground too hard, so the seismic impact wouldn't be too powerful. Rotary motion used to look after 50 chickens. Anyways, so I'm gonna play this 16x speed, and once I do all of the footage, I'm gonna do a compilation of all the levitation stuff and the anti-gravity one. There's a lot of he has a lot of anti-gravity stuff, and so John and Nancy said that after this, like this is the last footage you'll see, 2007, and he sold anti-gravity to a German research team for 50K. And then they went to Gulf of Mexico to use his frequency stuff to clean polluted waters from oil spills, and he said that actually worked. So I have it 16x speed, but if you notice carefully, the bottle gets compressed. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the beginning here. What I'll try to do if someone knows how to do video editing properly. So if you look at it right here, if you measure from here to here, just look at it. Just look at the edges. Look at from the side to the side. Just look at the edges, and just notice it will compress. I'm pretty sure. I'm going to do 16x speed. Ready and go. Keep an eye on it. It does look like, I think it. Yeah. Okay. Right there. It right there shrunk. I'll have to do some like pixel measurements when I do the full edit. But I think I may do one of this one, because I'm pretty sure it got compressed. And it's literally getting tossed around everywhere. Yeah. And it's being thrown around. And there's another cool one right here. This is the water one right here. This is the plastic boat on water, aluminum foil underneath, and there's aluminum Red Bull can. And now there's frequencies being running on it. Heard they found burnt cars a long way from 9/11 towers in a park 9/11. Yeah, crisp cars. A lot of them were literally toasted, and again, very little heat. It's weird heat. It's weird stuff there. It's like they literally had like cold electrical fires, and the cars were toasted. Some of them were toasted right when the impact, so before the towers even fell. So right when the quote plane hits, all of a sudden you have like a block or like 10 blocks away, or like a full block away, cars just toasted, according to the witness report and according to live footage, live reporting. Okay, look at this one right here. Look at the water. What happens here? He's able to literally get the whole water foaming up. I'll make the 16x speed. Look at the frequencies on the water. And now it's all shaking. The plastic boat's moving. And now look at the fuming. Notice right when they connected, they just started fuming. Notice right here, it starts fuming. Weird fuming happening on the plastic boat. And now look at the water. What happens to the water? Yeah, but paper survived. Yeah, paper is that's the only way to survive 9/11 is if you need to be a piece of paper. All right. Okay, notice the water's getting more, and I have 16x speed. Reminds me of Philadelphia experiment. I think that's why they got the boat. Okay, now look at the water there, just going nuts, and the boat's just shaking. Here's normal speed. Here's 16x speed. Normal speed. Look at the water just jumping around, and it's all foaming up. Unbelievable. This is never before seen footage, guys. And look how much foam it is now. And look at you got like lightning strikes everywhere, or the spark generator. And it's just absolutely, it's still foaming up. And this is like in a full hours or like 30 minutes of it. This is absolutely wild. The boat is just destroyed. And it's still going. Okay, and now you have this stuff levitating. Again, 16x speed, so you gotta be literally sitting down here. Why if I didn't have this ability to speed up videos, I would not be doing this. This would take too long. And look at this, it's like literally levitating the aluminum bottle, the Red Bull can and this foil protein bottle. Smooth motions too. This is amazing stuff. Okay, so that's that. And yeah, speaking about the burnt fire, Matt, take a quick glance at my last note for Scott Myers, quote, murder, not earth-shattering, but more nonsense. Did you just post that now? Where is the Gab? Well, I have a bunch of stuff there to look at. Okay, let's see the Scott Myers. Okay, so Scott Myers is the guy with the had a tripod and filmed the quote second quote plane. All right, so for Matthew Solutions, okay, where do towers go? We'll never forget Scott Myers. Let's go. This is see, where did you talk about Scott Myers? Okay, where did you? This is in your latest post. Anyways, we're done with the 2025 stuff. We're just going to power through. Okay, this is Scott Myers for Matthew Solutions holographic technology. Or this was, this is March. Oh, that's March 2nd. Okay, where is the next one? Where's the latest one? Okay, where's Scott Myers? My last note for Scott Myers. Okay, I'll have to look at that later because I have another one of yours to look at. Anyways, we're going to go through some stuff right here. I'm going to try to power through, see if we can get through a lot of this stuff. Okay, one of them, I'll do that since we're on 9/11. Talk right here. Just to show you the fire burning. Google carry. Oh, Google carry and hit news. Okay, I'll do that. I'll do that in 1 second. So I'll do that right now quickly. Okay, carry wiser. No, yes, reduce sentence. All right. This one here times. So Kerry Weiser seeks reduced sentence for murder under abuse survivors law. Interesting. Convicted of second-degree murder and a quote stabbing of Scott Myers. Oh, epic stuff here. Yeah. So she was supposed to be sentenced for the murder of Catskill, but now she's argued that she should receive a reduced sentence under the 2019 Domestic Violence Survivors Act. All right. Yeah, this is like a movie theater. And I was surprised how much of a movie theater it is. Yeah, Timmy Sullivan's outdone himself with the Scott Myers coverage. If you follow him on Gab, guys, follow Casimir Rules on Gab, guys, for the latest. Follow on the latest of Clown World, especially Scott Myers. I think Scott Myers and him lived near him, so he's got a whole lot of stuff on there. Okay, so that's that. I'm gonna go power through some of here. So speaking about the toasted cars. Whoops, we went to the wrong stuff here. Toasted cars. I think we had it toasted before. Yeah, this is from the news right here. So the Toasted Cars parking lot on 9/11 started getting on weird electrical fires right after the first impact and became exacerbated after the second impact. The Toasted Cars were 400 feet from the towers, and there's no evidence or even indication that any significant debris could have landed there before the buildings fell. Note the reporter says the parking lot is about 10 city blocks from the North Tower, so he may be referring to an even further parking lot. He said 10 blocks, not just 1 block. All right. So again, keep in mind. Keep in mind right here. Here is North Tower. This is 400 feet. This is the Toasted parking lot. But the guy said 10 blocks. So 10 blocks would be 1, 2, 3, like way beyond the screen here. And there's a Toasted car parking lot right there. This is live footage from CNBC or CNBC News or NBC News, one of them, or NCBC or something. Anyways, listen to this guy.
I'd say a good Across, I'd say, a good 10 city blocks, New York City blocks from that North Tower, there's a parking lot which I'm right over. There are cars on fire that evidently got hit by debris, and these cars are just burning untended to the ground. There's one completely engulfed in flames, and mind you, this is quite a distance from this first building, and those fires began right after the first explosion, and then just got exacerbated by the second one a few minutes later.
All right, and the buildings are still standing. And the guy literally says right after the first explosion, the first impact, and then it just got exacerbated by the second one. So after each impact, the cars just started toasting. And it's similar with the Hudson effect. When the aluminum can touches the plastic boat, it just starts like literally getting huge giant sparks. Hit by debris, and need to watch that one. Okay, that's a holographic. And also, and now I have one scheduled for later. This one I got from Norman today. This is the Richard Gage. Okay, so look at this bus right here. Okay, and also the cars were a lot of cars were toasted before the towers fell. And look at the windows here. The windows here are fine. This car is completely like evaporated. Like what is going on with this bus or truck, or whatever? And look, this engine's gone. All right. And the windows are fine. You'll see paper around fine. You'll see trees fine. You see these poles fine. So like whatever's hitting them is very, 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 very selective. In other words, electromagnetic directed energy weapons, just interference. And now if you look at Richard Gage, the disinfo agent extraordinaire, he wrote, toasted cars from molten iron droplets. And he says evidence of high temperature corrosion is observed on about 1,000 cars near World Trade Center. This corrosion occurred on the car tops, yet the paint was usually intact below, consistent with a corrosive cloud settling. Corrosive cloud settling. The cloud is not cold, and it's not corrosive, unless it's like specific to cars. All right? And so again, Richard Gage really said the non-existent molten iron droplets did this to these toasted cars and trucks. And Gage's presentation debunks my photos again. Okay, anyways. He's saying that molten iron droplets did this to this car. And again, a lot of them before the towers even fell. Okay, how absolutely, and alien sign is gone off X. So yeah, word in motion. I have some alien sign stuff. It's absolutely, it's a bit weird and sad. Anyways, this is Richard Gage. Richard Gage, literally, I showed him there was very little heat on 9/11. This is what he said. He said his presentation debunks my photos.
I think my presentation debunks your photos. I think my presentation debunks your photos.
I think my presentation debunks your photos.
Okay, so Richard Gage literally said that to my face. And I'm like, all right, this guy's one of these, one of those psychopaths. But like, hilarious. Anyways, there's the core column, the exterior column standing, and there's the sphere. Again, this photo is absolutely irrefutable. As irrefutable as it gets. And again, for those looking at alien scientists, alien scientist is really, really sad. So he's going through some domestic abuse / divorce custody of his children battle. So Jeremy Reese, aka alien scientist, is also currently involved in multiple cases. Is also currently involved in multiple court cases right now involving domestic abuse and a divorce custody of his children lawsuit. And apparently he served in the military too. I've confirmed that this is indeed Jeremy by looking at his previous ex post. And also there's also another one that was apparently, I think he did he steal a car or something, or didn't pay for a rental car or something like that. If you look at his name up, something like that. I didn't bring that up, but I should do that as well. Anyway, State of Rhode Island versus Jeremy Reese. And if you look closely, it says misdemeanor, domestic violence, okay, open. This is 2023. This is State of Rhode Island. If you look at his LinkedIn, Rhode Island, Jeremy Reese, alien scientist. If you look at just online, you'll see Rhode Island right here, Talkit, Jeremy Reese, 42. And if you look at this right here, this is the Jeremy Robert Reese versus Canton Brittany Joyce. This is in Bristol County. And going back here, this is Bristol County, Providence, Bristol County. And if you look right here, it says complaint for custody support and affidavit, and her name is Brittany. Okay. And now if you look at his X account's gone, but if you look at his old X account from 2020, my latest piece of artwork: going to watch this movie tonight with Brittany after the kids go to bed. This is as irrefutable as it gets. Okay. And going further right here. So again, disinfo agent, alien scientist has his X account suspended, but he was also going off on perhaps it was about his posting that his stepdaughter became autistic after getting an MRR vaccine. So there's a stepdaughter, and he wrote that that his he wrote that my stepdaughter was normal, healthy, and I had a 700 word vocabulary until she took the MMR vaccine. She immediately lost all her speech and became autistic after the MMR vaccine, but there's no evidence the vaccine caused this, according to experts. Again, so he was saying that, and he was going at it with a pro-vaxxer and so on. That might have been a reason, but also the domestic stuff. And also, again, that I'm assuming that same wife who had the kid with him claiming his domestic abuse and other stuff like that. Yes, domestic abuse and wants custody of the kids and so on. Anyways, so Timothy Sullivan, just like Skull Marstein, and also it is the same answer, but also like themselves, these guys are all creeps. It's like they also pick bad guys like to be a bad guy. A disinfo agent, you need to be also a bad guy. So they need to like inspect your marital situation. Be like, are you beating your wife? If you are, we have a role for you. Are the reported car explosions by witnesses covered? Okay, that's the other one. And also, speaking about paper, again, we're in. Whenever I talk about 9/11, I can go on and on and on and power through. I'll go. If you look at paper. So this is Chief. Here's a chief firefighter, deputy chief firefighter. He said that also in the 9 days he stood at ground zero. He said he never saw a desk, computer, a couch, or a chair. He also says if you wanted to survive 9/11, you have to be a piece of paper.
I was standing there thinking, we got two.
Actually, I don't want to get copyrighted.
110-story office buildings. What's in an office building? Desks, couches, chairs, computers, whatever. In the 9 days I stood there, never saw a desk, never saw a computer, never saw a couch, never saw a chair, nothing. If you wanted to survive 9/11, you had to be a piece of paper.
All right, so you have to be a piece of paper. It keeps going on and shows you all the papers at graveyards and so on. But I just want to get copyright strike. The chief literally says to survive 9/11, you be a piece of paper. And to illustrate, again, there's very little, very little heat. So you go to paper right here. So the melting point of steel is 2,500 Fahrenheit or 1,300 degrees Celsius, which is did I get these numbers right? I think it is right. Which is 5.89 times more than the auto ignition of paper. So paper, if you get it too hot, it just auto ignites at 218 degrees Celsius or 424 degrees Fahrenheit. So if you have paper right here, if you put it in just a furnace like here, look at the paper, what happens to it? Auto ignites. There it is, auto ignites. Okay, Rodeo Motion, epic stuff. Thanks for the donation there. $2 euro, guys. That's euros, so that's about 500 Canadian. MES and I have gone through, and Stephen F. Where's the? We went through a lot of stuff here. Under Rodeo Motion. Thanks for the paper. So paper doesn't burn on 9/11. So again, there's a paper burning. Literally, you get it anywhere near there, it just starts auto ignition. And that photo is in a 700 degrees Fahrenheit. It's about 150 degrees above the auto ignition. And this is evident in the destruction effects of a 10-pound molten steel and iron cannonball on a thick phone book and on fabric via aluminum dull, as well as the paper spontaneously igniting in a furnace. So here's this one right here. If you look at this guy, what this guy does. So he puts this ball in there and heats it up. This iron ball, and then he puts it on paper. So here's what happens when you have a molten ball on paper. Here's a phone book. What happens? It does what you think it does, okay? That's what it does. And that's it. But imagine the whole environment was really hot. And now you have the Bible fused here. This is the thin, fragile paper of the Bible on the steel that's melted on it. And you can read the text. Okay, this is cold dew technology. This is cold dew. When I said cold, Hutchison, this is cold. This right here is
RF field.
This is like a full hour compressed into a minute.
Sorry, interfering with the camera.
And also notices the radio frequency fields are interfering with the camera. A lot of that 911, and I will get that up in 2025. So here, and on the bottom is plastic styrofoam, and this is like literally steel and rubber composite melting without heat, and it's not burning anything. And it's, again, this is epic stuff here. Remember, every second is 3 minutes, so it's like as legit as it gets. Okay, so that's this stuff. Let's see what else we had. I think, do we have any more paper stuff? No, I think we're fine on the paper. Okay, I'm going to try to power through some of the stuff I didn't get to. Okay, so, okay, Richard Gage there. Forbes, plasma, UFOs. Okay, this one here, I got it from Rotary Motion. Yeah, this one I got it from Rotary Motion. So Forbes, this was in 2022. They were talking about that Navy patent. U.S. Navy laser creates plasma UFOs. So literally plasma UFOs. So thanks for that, Rotary Motion. Even Forbes is talking about it. And the next one is double pane glass. Only, only one pane damage in 9/11. Here's another epic anomaly. Right here. If you look carefully at the glass, you'll see round holes. You'll see this car. The molten iron droplet hit that from the cloud, and also going back to the clouds. The dust cloud on 9/11 was not hot. So while Gage is talking about non-existent iron, like red hot iron droplets, people are walking through these red hot iron droplets and like perfectly fine. Besides like some lung disease later on. And you can see people just like soaked in this red hot smoking plasma, smoking corrosive cloud, but they're perfectly fine. So it's like, why does Gage lie to us so much? Why does Gage just tell the truth, man? Just like delete your life, Gage. All right. Okay, going back further right here. Okay, now if you look carefully right here at these glass right here, you'll see round holes. Okay, some of these are just like round holes, but then you'll see some of the panes. This one right here, for example. It's a double pane glass. You'll have the inside one. So the inside one, and this one exterior to the environment. That's broken, but the inside's fine. So whatever hit it, it wasn't struck by anything. There's no way you're gonna strike it, and all of a sudden, like a heavy thing is gonna strike it, but only damage the front, not through it. So it's like, what is going on here? Like what? And you also have you do have weird damage here. Like this one here, it's a perfectly curved circle there. Why is it just zoomed out? What just happened? Where am I? Okay. Oh, that's why. Because there it is. So I zoomed in it a lot. I'll just open it like this. And also, yeah, these toasted cars as well. Look at these toasted cars. There's a tree perfectly fine. So whatever's falling on these cars, okay, and the paper's fine. Okay, so you have paper all over the ground. You got weird damage. A lot of these, the front pane is damaged, not the back pane. And this whole section, this entire section has the front pane removed, not the back pane. And now you get this circular hole here. So you have this perfect punch out here through both, and then the inner one's still not damaged. Like the rest of this is still not damaged, only this one here. Even though something's in a hole in there. All right? And again, that's Hudson effect stuff there. We go glass. So, for example, even in this fire truck, you have a perfectly circular fire. Yeah, you have a circular setup right there, and you also, all these ones have here the pane as well. Yeah, there's another front pane. I think I wrote that as well. Yeah, and then only one pane of double pane windows. I'll put a link here actually. I'll put a link as well, so I'll have it for later. One pane of double pane. I think that's what it's called, pane. Yeah, okay. And yeah, you also have weird holes. You can zoom in. You got weird holes inside here, and you got round holes here. And another cool thing is, I think I have a truck here. Okay, so if you look at the design or the shape of these holes there, if you look at the truck right here, okay, so I have some weird truck damage. So this right here. If you look at these holes there, and now look at this truck, it's like the exact same side right there. And also, where's it? So Richard Gage is saying some sort of molten iron droplets from the cloud, came and then went sideways. This is on the side of it, not the top. This is side, and this whole thing is cut out. This whole side is literally etched out, and it's exactly the same pattern as this. Same pattern as this. You can literally see a fire truck through this guy. You got literally see through it. Okay, this is mind-boggling stuff right here. Again, this stuff I like seeing. Okay, you have this evidence. This is epic stuff. And then meanwhile, that guy trashing me in the Rumble chat is talking about dancing Israelis. Like, I literally don't care. Okay, like this is magic, and so on. All right, so that's epic stuff, guys. And let's see, we have how many hours we went in? I think we're in 3 hours and 14 minutes. Again, 3:14 Pi Day. Field effects, secondary effects, due to field effects. Yeah, definitely. It's all Hutchison effect stuff there. And let's see what else we had. X comments on Hutchison effect. Ayal. Okay, I had some. I asked him if I could read his comments out, and he said yes. So we'll power through. I'm gonna try to power through messages. Okay, and I also asked Joe. I asked Joe if you're the guy who made the MH370 videos. I asked him. I'm setting up a live stream schedule for next year, and January 25th, Saturday stream would be great if you can join and do a live remake of the MH370 videos. He said he was open to do it, so I asked him there. Hopefully he replies. And sometime in the new year, so 2025 is gonna be big, guys. We'll have Joe possibly make the videos live. MES and Stephen F. Anyways, Stephen F. He's a super fan. Goes in super fan. No, yeah, I think he has Judy Wood's book. But anyways, a lot of stuff is epic there. We're gonna go through this guy's comments right here. Okay. By the way, okay, I asked if I could read his comments, and he said I could read them. And he said, I think let's see what else. I'll have to look at it. Okay, so he was saying something like, yeah. So he was talking about that he wants the Hutchison effect would be better. Like the replication attempts would have been better if they used old material that has more impurities. Optimal way, and he made a video actually years ago. When was this? So this guy made a video. Last year, 15. Anyway. Okay, so he said, I would prefer if they use old equipment and impure metals and copper metals. I still think impurities play a role in this effect. In certain contexts, being pure can mean being sterile. Okay, let's see what he says here. Okay. So one more thing, if you can follow these quote tweets of mine under, you'll notice that some innovation related to. Okay. Related to exotic energies and materials, it requires a certain degree of material impurities. Yeah, this is talking about impurities. I think any intent of replicating John Hutchison or Victor Schellberger's water impulsion generator. Actually, message helped put off once, and I told him that the issue him and his team had with replicating Victor's impulsion generator might be related to needing certain impurities. I knew he worked with CIA, but only after my message that he was one of the Aviri. To be honest, I have no idea what I should make out of anyone that's known or famous in the old energies in propulsion systems field. Everyone seems to be shady or a scammer. Hope one day someone catalogs in a video or book every paranormal incident and research that are proven to be fakes. That'd be a good video, actually. Anyways, is there something else? It'd be easier just to all in one place. Okay, I'll have to read this later. I do not have I'm losing energy. Okay, Ralph Ring connections, conspiracy. Okay, I already went over the conspiracy. This one also, guys. Have you studied? I'm more than willing to have a live stream with you and MES answer your questions. Sorry, put out to cover up field effects. No, he talks about field effects the whole time. I don't know what you're talking about. Revisit, it could be 9/11. There were lots of news reports of car bombs. I've bought multiple copies for relatives. I'm asking about a specific phenomena. Delve into all of your questions. I don't know what the questions is. Multiple explosions, not bombs. Scoops were water tanks. I'm asking about the cars that witnessed reporting exploding. Yeah, things explode, yeah. But not bombs, I presume. Yeah, I definitely don't think it's bombs. Things explode, like if you Hudson effect, you literally have a plastic, like giant spark, and it looks like it's exploding. But imagine you had an engine. Engine's going to explode. Scott tanks. But you also have engines that are going to explode. A lot of, like, the fuel tanks can explode. You literally have lots of stuff that can explode. You got a Hudson, you can literally have steel disrupt rapidly. Anyways, guys, no one's control opposition here. I think we all got rid of a lot of them. Just go easy. A lot of people just like a lot of people, the way they get info is by arguing. Gets info directly. Anyways, conspiracy realists. I wanted to post this out as well. I posted last time. Okay, and this one here. These were some binders. I mean some PDFs that you could print out and send out to a lot of people. But the addresses to like Tulsi Gabbard and other people are in there, and so on. Tiny URL. Oh yeah, and the car's exploding. Yeah, there are witnesses saying the car's exploded. Yeah, but again, it's they're like popping off and stuff. But it says, I think, just Hudson effect. Like imagine you put the Hudson effect. I mean, you put a giant car, like just a regular car, in the center of a Hudson effect scenario. You're really gonna blow up and random stuff like that. Yeah, that's just a Hudson effect stuff, I think. Okay, Plasma Forbes, rare photos. I've went over this, and last part. Okay, I wanted to go. Okay, Patreon will send me stuff. I'll have to look at it later. I'll look at this later, in depthly. I'm gonna put this just because I'm like losing energy, and staring at a screen all day. And Patreon sent me a conspiracy report to read out. I will bold this. And the weird Ralph Ring connections from Gab from Casimir Rules. Make sure to follow him on Gab. He's got a lot of this down pat. And the next one is Hudson. I'll read this a bit more in depthly. Anyways, guys, I think I have enough. Anyways, guys, go easy on the chat. I'll write this here. Yeah, guys, go easy on the chat. We've been on 3 hours, and so on. And it's New Year's, and also for New Year's, I have a scheduled post for. I don't know why I have this, but I have this scheduled for post for 9:11 a.m. on New Year's. So New Year, new MES, guys. 2025 MES gonna be scary hours. They're escaping the tire. Yeah, also tires are popping off. So speaking about exploding here, tires. Let's say cars exploding. I have a lot of this. So sifting through the 499 witness testimonies PDF, there are lots of reports of cars and tires spontaneously lighting up on fire and exploding. Many witnesses baffled and thought the cars were rigged with explosives. So you go right here. This guy says cars were with tires. Cars were popping. They were just starting to light up spontaneously. Right here. This right here, the cars that had been parked there were all on fire, and which wasn't on fire was exploding. Look at what he just said. The cars that had been parked there were on fire, but the ones that weren't were exploding. So it's like either it turns on fire or explodes. And he thought they were bombs. Maybe they rigged them, blowing up. 2 or 3 more cars exploding on me. They weren't near any buildings at that point. They were just parked on the street. Haven't got a chance to tow anything yet. And this is all during the first hour before the towers fell. 3 cars blew up on me. And car fires were exploding. There were explosions. Tires were exploding. About 20 or 15 or 20 car fires. Everything was quiet except for the explosions of tires. This guy literally said tires were exploding. All the cars were on fire on them, and their tires were exploding. Parking lot across the street, cars were exploding. My vehicle exploded. The guy literally said his car. So in other words, he's not setting up explosives on. He says his car exploded. I went inside my vehicle to get my vehicle radio, but by the time I went over there, the vehicle exploded. All right, the cars started to explode. The cars started cooking off. They started going off. Boom, 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 boom. And a few of the ambulances were on fire. You could hear some of them explode. All right, so we got stuff exploding. And another thing I again want to reiterate. I'm going to be putting that entire 7,000 page document on my Hive account. It's going to be on the Hive blockchain, and then AI can train on it, and so on. Because a lot of the AI is getting trained on censored data. Imagine you had uncensored data, like this one. And they're not going to prioritize stuff like this, like Hive. That's why you're going to have to get the AI on its own there. And going back here, why isn't it? Okay, it didn't. I thought I had it shared here. Sharing the blog. So it's on the blog side. Okay, anyways, so this here, so as soon as it'll be all in here, and you can start searching up stuff. So for example, here, if you look at Vesey Street, yeah. So if you go, I'll go backwards. So okay, this person right here says this was what is this guy's name? Commissioner Gregory. What's his name? I should have the list somewhere there. This is Assistant Commissioner Stephen Gregory. He said that he saw some. Okay, this person says, just for the record, you parked on Vesey Street. Yes, and going back to the Vesey Street right here. And he says the airplane parts that you referred to, they were on West Street or Vesey Street. Oh, I know. He says I saw airplane parts on West Street. I think he's talking about that engine. How did you know they're airplane parts? He said it looked like pieces of plane skin or of a plane. I mean, they weren't really discernible. I couldn't say this was part of a plane or that was that part. Just knowing a plane had hit building. Anyways, the Vesey Street. The guy questioning it literally was interested by Vesey Street. But then if you look at this, listen to what he says here. This other guy. Where's the Vesey Street? Okay, why isn't it Vesey Street? Plane parts. Where's the parts? Okay. Let's see, there was no parts. What is going on here? I thought I could. I'll just check my email quickly. Yeah. Okay. This is Vesey Street. No debris. Okay. No debris. Okay. So no debris at all. So okay. The guy asked him a question. This is this person is this is I think the commissioner. So Chief Salvador Casiano on October 4th, 2001. And he was asked, on Vesey Street, when you first arrived there, what was the scene like? That was where the first plane hit, or quote plane. Was there any debris on that street? No, there was no debris on that street at all from the first plane. I drove right up there, and then, like I said, I just opened my door, and a second I thought it was a secondary explosion. And to illustrate this right here, Vesey Street is right here, Vesey Street. So there's the first impact, and there's a giant explosion, and the guy said on Vesey Street he saw nothing. Like, there's no parts. So that's interesting there. Anyways, and this stuff here, you could do a quick search here. It's all in one page, and you can search everything around here. Say explode. And you can go exploding. Okay, so things exploding, but blah, blah, blah. Anyways, I only got 11, and there's 248 pages, and I only got 11 so far. I'll add the 12, and then all the way to 499 later. Anyway, guys, check this out. And it's on the Hive blockchain. If you study the evidence present in Dr. Wood's book, most will not have any more questions. Anyways, guys, go easy on superfans, guys. It's anyways, just the thing is, like Norman and I have gone through this many times, but it's all right. But anyways, go easy on peeps, especially superfans who've been in the thick and thin for many streams and so on. Yes, so that is all, guys. So yeah, basically I will get through these later. I'll try to do these eventually do this stuff here, the comments of Ralph Ring connections, just because I have a whole bunch of stuff here. And next week's gonna be absolutely epic. If you haven't seen it already, if you go to Woo's News, how do you YouTube? How do you like spell these? Woo's News. Okay, Woo's News, definitely check out these videos. I will be going over this live next week. Everything wrong in the Capitol shooting in 21 minutes or less, and then this one here, this hour long. And he's working on Act 2, and then Act 3. I mean, he's working on Act 3, and he says after Act 3, he'll be open to join a live stream possibly. All right, guys, check this out. This will be on the Woo's News. Stephen, thanks for the stream, and and thanks for you and 9/11 not going too hard. 9/11 Revisited, not going too hard on each other. Just it's all good, guys. Calm down and take over the game. Because again, because if someone's promoting 9/11, a real truth, it takes. I'll give a much more leeway before I call anyone disinformation. And again, don't call Norman disinformation. He's a powerhouse. And he's got the info out more than anyone out here, more than even me. And he's motivating me to get on my, get off my A and start doing this. Anyways, guys, he's definitely a legend, guys. Anyways, that's all, guys. Have a great weekend, and great 2025 year, guys. It's going to be absolutely epic. And then once it goes epic, tell everybody, check out the stream. Look at a bunch of these Alice Bailey Theosophy mumbo jumbo predicting that we have ancient aliens, ancient interdimensional aliens revealing themselves as rulers of mankind and so on. And that the only way to stop the world nuclear war or something is to get digital IDs and mandate vaccines and lower our carbon credit score or something like that. Anyways, guys, have a great one, and thanks for joining. And I'm going to end the stream now in 3, 2, 1, and ding. Alright, and stop recording.